And we are live. Hello, guys. Did you miss me? It's been a minute since I've done one of these, huh? So let me wait for people to join in and tell me if you can hear me. If is everything fine? Like everything's going smoothly? It's like what are we doing here? Come on. Wait, it's not loading. All right, we are live. Okay, so everything seems to be working. Can you guys hear me? Hey, what's up, Fez? Welcome, bro. Welcome, bro. Is it me or is the stream twitching? Yo, what's up, Rafa? What's up, Ovi? Yeah, I think the stream is switching. I don't know what OBS is doing. What's up, Eclipse? Smash or pass? Listen, bro. Like, Teddy has been getting a lot of hate, right? Especially for its design. So this is why let's not. This is why I wanted to do a smash or pass session because I don't know. Like, I liked him a lot. I don't know why people hated him, but we'll talk about it. So, yo, what's up? Welcome, guys. Welcome, Sasso. I can't stay, but I just came to say hi and pass. And pass on. No, you need to smash, man. Okay, take care, Sasso. What's up, Jerk? Welcome, bro. Welcome. Should I call you Jerk or Dirk? What's good? Living, surviving. What's up, MVP? Teddy, best dribbler. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll talk about him. We'll talk. Dude, I'd love if Teddy became Bachara's rival and not Isagi's. Yeah, we'll talk. Listen, so Teddy already has two insane rivalries. One against Bachira and one against Ren. I would hate the absolute living shit if it would be another Isagi rivalry. Like that, I'm gonna state it just like that. If it is yet another I think we have enough. Like we have Kaiser and we have Hugo. That's enough for Isagi. I feel like obviously we have Bunny, who would be size rival, and possibly Ren. And I think like it's a great opportunity for Teddy to be like a new way for Bachira to play. That's my thought. That's immediate. This is something we need to say before we even get to the chapter. What's up, Unknown? Hey, what's up? Welcome, bro. What's up, Demon? Dude, you'd love Teddy. Okay, Teddy personality is so unhinged and weird, makes him look interesting. That's true, yeah. Listen, Blue Lock, who's healthy in Blue Lock? I think only Chiguri maybe is healthy. Like Kunigami was healthy, but then he got destroyed by the wild card, so you know. Okay, so Teddy reminds me of Nagi before awakening his ego. I feel like Nagi, you could feel it because Nagi kind of was a puppet of Ryo too. So you know, it has that feeling. But I feel like it's different. Yo, welcome Ripper. What's up, bro? I'm interested in Fox. Who's Fox? I'm like, see in this. I am very interested in Fox. Who's Fox? I read the title and immediately joined. Yeah, we gotta talk about Teddy, man. Like, we gotta talk about if we smash or pass on him. Do you think Teddy should have had a different name, or is his name okay? I mean, listen. The fact that we got used to Bunny, I honestly don't care. So Knight kind of fits with an English name, kind of like Prince. He's the Knight, but like Teddy, I don't know. I don't like it. But like after after moving from, oh wait, Fox got to, oh, hold on. So I didn't read the chapter, by the way, guys. Like, I wanted to read it like first time like on the live stream, like a medicine after work. Fox is Teddy's side chick. Oh, hold on. So we gotta make a video on Fox. Like, listen, you know what we are going to do? Okay, I decided. So we're going to review the chapter. Then we are going to talk about Teddy. Then we will speculate a little bit on Fox. You guys give me your ideas and all of that. And then and then I will turn it into a video. Maybe like tomorrow or the day after, where I share up like a video on Fox and what would Fox be like, right? Is Mr. Bean's little doll. Yeah, if you remember that, yeah. Bro proved that blue lockers don't read their mind. I didn't read the chapter yet. Like I haven't read the chapter yet. So, yeah. Oh, is his imaginary friend? Okay, we'll see. We'll listen. We'll talk about Augie. We'll talk about Fox. We'll talk about it all. So let's start. Let's start with reading the chapter, and then we'll go from there. Right? Okay. So, okay. Immediately with Borat Sota. If you lose, it's all over. Got that? Yeah, stating the obvious. I'm running my side B project behind the scenes. I've poured a fortune into all of this. If we lose again and don't make it to the knockout tournament, then all of this will go to waste. That's not true, by the way. Japan is hosting the World Cup, so even if they lose and they get eliminated, they're making money through the through the hosting process. So I don't know what this is. Now, no. Fox cannot be Augie. I don't think. Listen. I don't think Augie has what it takes. I don't know. Like I don't feel it. Like he doesn't have that him feeling. Like when you look at, for example, what's it called, Bunny, or you look at Hugo, you get that him feeling, right? So Augie doesn't. Yeah, Boratsuta. I've said it before in a stream before. Boratsuta depicts like what young people hate about old society, like old people in society. They care only about money, and they're ruining the country. Like so, he's supposed to be ugly, and he is supposed to be hateable. Anyway, so pipe down, old man. None of this is unexpected. After fighting Nigeria and France, we have one win and one loss. Considering Japan's abilities, this is a perfectly natural outcome. So yeah, so I think this means that Ego is using the World Cups themselves to build Japan towards being on France's level. Like from this statement, because they lost here to them, but he still wants to win the World Cups, right? So, yo, what's up? What's up, Brownie? Look, Teddy Knight is so tough. He is, man. Like, I for one, I like his design, and we'll talk about him. Let's finish the chapter, and we'll talk about him. Listen, Ego, if you don't win this, you'll be banned from Japanese soccer, you brat. My plan hasn't failed. I was hired to get Japan a World Cup victory. I wasn't contracted to make money. So yeah, as I said, he is still wanting to win the World Cups. So he is building Blue Lock towards reaching France. Now, I don't know, like from the previous chapters, the way he's going about it is kind of weird, so we'll have to see. Your contract stipulates that Saitoshi won't join until we win the group league. And I won't let you use the Side B winners until the knockout tourney. This doesn't matter. If they get eliminated, Sai won't play anyways. So I don't know why is he saying this. Shut it, you money grabbing Tanuki. This is the gamble that I have started. I just have to win, right? Ha ha ha. You talk big for four-eyed nutjob, but this isn't just your gamble. Okay, so Boratsuta has his own like plans. So Side B, first stage, Victor waiting area. Now, okay, so we see this guy and Kira. I guess we just need to wait here for the other victors to show. They even have a drink and a drink bar and couches. Thanks for picking me, Hanero-san. Hanero-kun. Okay. There are no absolutes in the world. You were my best choice to boost my odds of winning. Ooh, this is interesting actually. Holy shit. This is Isagi's philosophy. Like you need to always keep your odds always like in your favor. No, I wouldn't say Isagi. I would say this is more like Hugo, right? So like with no absolutes, he chose the best guy for the job. Yeah, I would say this is more like Hugo, to be honest. And then he tells him, "You're a clever guy, huh?" Yeah, exactly. So this means, by the way, that he is like, what's it called? He is a talented learner. This confirms it. Yeah, crazy thumbnail, of course, wives. Refer to him as the doctor or Matt football. I don't think he's Fox. Yeah, exactly. I don't think Augie would manage to boss around the new gen. I'm just gonna say, like, he doesn't have that aura. Hugo is top 5 humans. I've said it before and I've said it. Yeah, of course, man, he is. What's up? Yo, okay, so we answered that. What's up? What's up? Brownie, nah, trust Augie will have screen time. He's good, but since he only assisted the Burger King, we didn't see him do much. Yeah, listen, Augie will play and he would do great, but I'd put him on Layden's level. Maybe Leiden, maybe Camus, if you remember them from France. I wouldn't really put him on a New Gen 11 or someone who would command the New Gen 11. By the way, do you think Fox is a New Gen 11 too? Like, would that make sense for England to have two New Gen 11s? That would be interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Because we know that the New Gen 11s aren't born equal. Like, because Hugo and Loki are so far ahead from everyone else, except maybe Bunny. So, crazy thumbnail. Okay, I mean, Ego is doing what he was assigned for. He doesn't care about money. True, yeah. Tourney. Watch Shido be someone who got the New Gen title taken from him by someone else. Shindo. Okay, yeah, it could be like that's a good way to make Shindo immediately insane, right? And it's a way to push Nagi too. Actually, Ripper, that's a great theory. I'm not gonna lie. Watch out, it's Shigo. He gonna blast Fuga. Shigo the goat. When is your next matchup? So my next matchup, I was thinking in the following days, I wanna do Baro versus Kaiser, or maybe Team Isagi versus Team Karasu, but neither seem to be interesting at the moment. So maybe I'll focus on doing like theory videos on Fox, maybe Isagi betraying Ego, and then once we get an interesting matchup, I'll do it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. You tell me. I'd maybe make a poll and you tell me what would be like best. Next. Okay, so Agi will be England's striker and near New Gen 11 level. Nah, I wouldn't say he is near New Gen 11. It's like the way he was treating Kaiser, as if Kaiser was like Noah for Isagi, right? Like Kaiser was so far ahead and he's telling him, I need to study you in order to reach you. And Isagi, after 2 glances, understood how Kaiser plays. So I wouldn't really hype Agi that much. Now I think he's a captain, but not New Gen 11. Yeah, I wouldn't say he is New Gen 11. Yeah, I mean, listen, if England have 2 New Gen 11s, it would immediately make the whole tournament insane, because now, after England won 5-1, Japan needs to win, by the way. They cannot tie the game, and like if they tie the game, England would succeed. So they need to win. And against 2 New Gen 11s, I wouldn't say they don't need, like Teddy does not need to be on Bunny's level. He does not need to be Loki or Hugo. But like he could be on Kaiser or Lorenzo's level. Or maybe even Sai if we highball him. But if we have 2 New Gen 11s, I would put them both, for example, like on Kaiser and Lorenzo's level, especially because Teddy is a defender, right? Yeah, that would actually be good. Gen 11, but not on the spot. Or it could be that Fox would have been in New Gen 11 had it not been for Hugo or Sai. That would be interesting too. Like he would be, for example, a great defensive midfielder, but he didn't make it to be New Gen 11 specifically because of Hugo. That honestly would be the perfect way to write him, because Hugo is just busted. And whatever Fox ideal or theory, I would say, it did not match Hugo. So that's the reason he is second only to Hugo as being the heart of the team. Like if you rank the defensive midfielders, you would have Hugo number 1, then I would say Snuffy number 1 when he played with Ubers, then Hugo number 2, then we have this guy Fox, and then we have Karasu. That would make a perfect way to make Karasu kind of reach Hugo's level a little bit, like by learning something from Fox or learning how to employ the second best better. That would be better, no? Okay, hold on. We're talking a little bit ahead of ourselves. Let's carry on with the chapter, and then I'll read the final comments, and then I'll carry on with the chapter. I heard next chapter is gonna be a yap fest, and the title implies we'll see the entire England team next chapter. So I'm excited to see Fox. He should be an interesting guy. Yeah, I think, listen, if that's the case, then I might wait on the Fox video and drop it like with the chapter. Yeah, that would be interesting too. Yeah, England will win for character development. Yeah, no, they cannot win. Like Japan cannot lose in the World Cup right now. If they lose, it needs to happen either in the semifinals or the finals. Imagine if Fox is revealed to be the little teenager yet youngest member of the U20 English team. That would work too. I mean, we have Loki and Charles, and we have Nico too. To be frank, I think they aren't going to give them another New Gen 11, mainly because they should spread. Yeah, but like, as I said, he could be like a failed New Gen 11 because of Hugo. He plays the same as Hugo, but he has his own philosophy. However, Hugo is a little bit better, and thus he did not take it. That way, they could write a character on size level, but at the same time, not take a spot for the new Gen 11s. He would be like a new Gen 11 candidate. Kind of like, think about it, kind of like how Isagi and Rin are right now. They're not new gens, but you know, they are on that level. Okay, I don't know. I always, in new gen, though, I always thought he's new gen. They just never straight up call him a new gen 11 until the France game. Loki. Yeah, that was weird, to be honest. And also, there was no reason for him to be new gen. Like, I feel like he could have, yeah, but at the same time, it kind of makes sense because he is the best player. Is Hugo not a center midfielder? And if Hugo is a defensive player, does that mean he is worse than Lorenzo? So, it was never stated that Lorenzo is the best at defense. Obviously, he has 99 at defense. But like, I think what you're referring to is the fact that Lorenzo was called the best center back. He was never called to be the best defender, period. And also, Hugo is a defensive midfielder. He's like, as you said, a center midfielder. He's not really a defensive player. If we go to this chapter. So yeah, so after Lorenzo eats up Kaiser, okay, so he stopped Michael Kaiser's preemptive strike. What a pinpoint cut from Lorenzo of the new Gen 11, of the new generation World 11. Well, I probed over videos of him, but he is crazy in person. Not even I was able to read Kaiser's super attack, but he saw through it in an instant and stopped it right away. Like, textbook genius. You'd expect this shit from Red. What an incredible predictive and physical abilities. This is the defensive power of Don Lorenzo, the world's best U20 center back. So in terms of being center back, either we have another new Gen 11 who is worse than Lorenzo, or we only have one center back that is Lorenzo. In terms of defense, he is better, for example, you'd say better than Teddy, but like as we've seen with Teddy, he seems to be more of like an attacking guy than Lorenzo, right? Even though Lorenzo himself is crazy with his dribbling. But like it never was said to be like he is the best defender. I would say it only was said that he is the best center back. So he's the best U20 center back. Like Lorenzo is what Loki is for strikers, but Lorenzo is for defenders. What if Fox is the second? Is his second? Oh shit, bro! Muffin Man, holy fucking shit! Oh no! I need to do a video on that. Like this idea alone. Oh my god, bro! What if Fox is the second personality of Teddy? That would be insane. Now, I've always said it, but my favorite show before Blue Lock was obviously Attack on Titan. And my favorite character in that was literally Reiner. So the reason I liked Reiner so much, well, the first, it has something to do with his mother, kind of like me, which was a little bit personal. But also, I liked his split, his personality split. He could not take the guilt of killing all those innocent people that had nothing to do with what old Elgia did and whatever. So his personality split in season 2 was peak character writing for me. And to this day, this is my all-time favorite character. Like, I know I like Baru, but like my all-time favorite character has to be Reiner. And second, it would be Gray from Fairy Tail. Don't ask me why, I just like the guy so much. His ice cold, whatever. Like, I like him so much, and sometimes I would say he is my favorite, but like, as my favorite written character, it is Reiner. And because of his split personality and the way it was implemented too. It was not like a split personality for the case of having a split personality. It was so he can survive with his sins. So maybe if they give us like a Teddy with a split personality that have like Akashi, like kind of like Akashi. Akashi had a split personality, but for a good reason. All the weight his father put on him, but like he couldn't lose, like he couldn't risk to lose. And so he had two personalities, one that never loses and the other that needed to die. Now for Teddy, it seems that the two personalities kind of work together. One is a puppet, if it is true, by the way. One is a puppet and the other is like the puppet master. So I'm interested into seeing this, I'm not gonna lie. However, let's carry on with the chapter first. And then listen, Muffin Man. Thank you so much, because I literally will do this. I will do a video on this specifically, of like the idea. Unless, of course, you know what? I think we should wait for the next chapter. If Fox is revealed to be a different character, then it is what it is. But like if we get nothing about England or we don't see Fox specifically, I will do this on two personality. Yeah, two personality would be with two different weapons and with a split playing style. A split playing style will also be great, by the way. It would make him a little bit unpredictable, right? I think Bunny could have had a split personality due to the chain on his car. Yeah, I think Bunny would work for it too. But like, I feel like Bunny. If you've seen my Killer Bunny video, you kind of get the vibe from him that it's not split personality, but rather he's just a deceitful person. He acts nice and he smiles and he talks to people like nicely and he is down to earth and he asks people what they think and what they feel. But all along he hates it and he wants to destroy them. I wouldn't say it is a split personality. It's just a Killer Bunny ideal. Like you could watch my latest video, which by the way, I had like a 20-minute video because I got deep into like religious signs of his upbringing and like politics between the Catalonia region and the Spanish government. And and then I deleted all of that shit. I'm not going to get like political on like a Blue Lock channel. Can you answer my previous comment? Oh, what did you say, Drake? Can we get Puppet Master Ren back? Yeah, I've seen Iro Assassin did a video on that. Like, because Teddy is a puppet, Ren would be the perfect counter because, he's a puppet master. So, yeah, but he is benched. So, Anyways, so let's get... Okay, hold on. Even if Teddy is not new gen with two personalities, I would want one that is maybe the Brazilian. Yeah, I would... Listen, as I said, Reiner is my favorite character of all time. And specifically because of his split... Oh, shit. Did this mess up the stream? Okay, no, it didn't. Okay, it didn't. So, Reiner, specifically because of his split personality. So I would love for nothing more than to see like a Reiner type character. Maybe not with the guilt of Reiner, obviously, because no one in Blue Lock killed millions of people. But like, the idea of split personality so you can deal with the circumstances. Maybe he was brought up like in the slums of England and needed a split person, like, and he was like a docile person. For example, he was nice, he was nice, and he needed a split personality in order to survive, right? I have a feeling that the club Teddy plays for is Manchester United. Yeah. Manchester United. Yeah, that would be cool, yeah. And Fox might be a coach too, yeah. That could be the case too. Yeah, like, listen, I would really want... no, the two previous ones. What did Aiko even learn at Ubers from Lorenzo? Aiko could never learn anything from Lorenzo. It's like asking what could Isagi learn from Loki. They play differently for different positions and they do it completely different from each other. Fun fact, I think the last attack of France, the only one that I would have seen be able to stop Loki at that, it would have been either Lorenzo or Teddy. Like Teddy because he might be fast enough to react somehow, and Lorenzo because he's Lorenzo. I feel like the way Loki went about it was a little bit straightforward, and he was weaving between the players, and that's like perfect environment for Lorenzo to eat you, right? Not new Gen 11 coach, but like like the coach of England maybe is labeled Fox, but it would not make sense if like Teddy plays for any club. Anyways, let's carry on with the chapter before we move forward, because we need to get the chapter out so we can have all the theories you guys want. Okay, so, and by the way, maybe we'll need to cut the live stream today a little bit short because people might want to watch the France game, like the World Cup, the actual World Cup, the real World Cup. So you tell me if you want me to continue, I'll continue. But if not, we'll end it. That's not an issue. Anyways. So you're a clever guy, obviously. This confirms that he is a talented learner. Then we see Nagi, and by the way, the writer delivered on this guy. He's so fun, and like for a random character from side B, I love that everyone jumped on his design and we all got what we wanted. Okay, so here's the other comment. Is England a dirty team? Like Teddy tried match fixing. If they got cameras. I don't know, listen, that would be interesting idea to do a video on too, yeah. Think any other countries have two new Gen 11s like France? I just said that Fox might be a new Gen 11. right? No one is watching that. Okay, then we will. I don't watch real football. I watch only like the recap on YouTube. So I don't really care. So we could do it. I'd rather watch you over Mbappe. Thank you, bro. Maybe Hugo Goat and Teddy are teammates at Arsenal. That works too, yeah. And Isagi later on with Metavision also appeared to be puppeteering the game. True. Same with. Yeah, but like, I would hate the living shit if Teddy is yet another fucking rival to Isagi. Like, I would literally hate it. Because one of the cool things about, for example, this guy, like Hinaru, is that he has a rivalry or something is brewing with Nagi. So like this is interesting because it's not Isagi related. Kira, sure, he has his beef with Isagi and we understand it. But like not everything needs to be. I like that Hinaru did not even mention Isagi or Ren or Bar. Like he's focused on winning here and he sees Nagi as the biggest threat, so he eliminated him. Like I like this. I like different rivalries. And Teddy already started a rivalry with Bachira. Like I've seen the spoilers and I've seen him hitting Bachira, so we'll get to that. Nagi replaces Hero with with Shizuku. Listen, I think this guy is better than Ryo. But Ryo is all over the place. Ryo is a little bit too emotional for like to be a good friend. Anyways, let's not really care about this. So, are there any bandages here, Kira-kun? The nosebleed is tough. Huh? I think yeah. Oh yeah, I think so. Phew. I know you'd make it, Seishiro Nagi. You're not the type who would get stopped here. You're a dangerous guy. Clearly, my read on you was spot on. Yeah, so this guy's giving me like either Aiku or Karasu kind of like feel. And I like that. Because Karasu is one of my favorite characters, so you know. But hold on, there are only 11 in the world. We already got 7, not 6. So we have Lorenzo and Kaiser, that's 2. Bunny and Sai, that's 4. Loki and Hugo, that's 6, and now Teddy. My theory is that Fox could be a player too, and Fox has like a Kaiser-Ness relationship with Teddy. Knight, but again, I think they might be 2 new gens from the same country. The issue with the Kaiser-Ness relationship, Teddy is already new gen 11. In order for the same relationship to work with Fox, Fox needs to be better. And in order for him to and if he is better, he has to be new gen 11. Unless, as I said, he got outshined, but he got outshined by Hugo. I don't see Sai having the aura to outshine another new gen 11, so I think Hugo fits. Maybe Sai too, but like I feel like Hugo fits more because the defensive midfielder is often the heart of the team, and Fox seems to be playing that role with Teddy. Okay, so let me carry on with the chapter, guys, and I'll read every comment and we'll go about every theory. Shut it, you silver-tongued jerk. You talk like you know everything, and I really hate that. Sorry. That bandage suits you though. The rugged look works for you. That's kind of true, by the way. It kind of makes Nagi look tough, especially with his not lazy eyes, but like his sleepy eyes. Anyway, so then, of course, Nishioka clears it, and this random... What's his called? Ringo Pong. Or is it Ringo Pong Dimitsu? Okay, so Ringo. Okay, his name is Ringo, whatever. So these are the 6 from this side. If you remember, there were a lot of sides to side B. So one with Nagi, the other with like different teams. So these are the 6 that succeeded from this side, like from this wing. If you remember, like the win of Isagi, then there was the win where Rin existed and one where Shido, right? So this is one wing. So they proceed to stage 2. None of this shit matters. Then we get... So notice about this training session. We don't see Isagi, we don't see Shido, we don't see Baru, and we don't see Rin. Now Isagi and Rin maybe are doing like yoga, but like what is Baru and Shido? Like why aren't they training with these guys? So I don't know. Like the only characters that would matter are Karasu, Bachira, and Hiyori maybe. Like Aiku, like I would say not matter, but like being strong. Okay, let's take a break. Sip. Thank you. Of course, Aiku, as always. Give me one. What is it with this writer and doing like dog-like impressions from players? We've seen Lorenzo do it. We've seen, what's it called? Kuruna do it. And now we see Bachira do it. Like, I don't know what, Kanshiro like must be a dog person, right? Yo, what's up? IW, I would call you. Alright, Kelb. Bro, Kelb means in like Arabic, it means dog. Read fully, please. Remind my goat Charles took a Kaiser impact to the face and took 0 damage at 15. Perhaps Kaiser lacks power. His swim speed, his swim speed motion. I've said this before. The Kaiser impact does not need to be a powerful shot. The Kaiser impact is all about the speed of the swing. It never was stated to be the fastest nor strongest. The issue with Kaiser is that you don't see him shoot. It's not that you don't see the ball. And we've seen Lorenzo also stop it with his face. Baro and Shido are real men. Unlike Isagi and Ren, they don't do you. What the fuck are you talking about? Baro absolutely does yoga. Did you forget? Did you forget? Look at this shit. Baro like has nature all over him and like doing yoga. What are we talking about? Like, and by the way, what's up with real men? Like, real men do yoga too. Like, if you wanna stretch and do yoga, you could do it as a man. Anyways, so Karasu is always on. Like, he hates ego at this point. Be honest. What do you all think of Ego's speech? I guess it was typical Ego. It was a good reminder that he is out of his mind. Yeah, these are conservative views, and I don't think Karasu is aiming to get these. I hear you. I mean, a team where everyone is a striker, is trying to be the world's best striker, doesn't make sense when you think about it. I think we've all realized that. And Karasu immediately, right? Right? He can't believe someone is agreeing with him. Baro did manly stretches in nature, not yoga. Bro, stop. Listen, I hear you though. Like, who seems to be the most manly character in Blue Lock? It's definitely not Isagi. Isagi, when he is on demon time, he seems manly. But like, when you see him outside, like he carries a purse where he keeps his phone. Like, bro, come on. Like, I look at, for example, what's it called? I look at Baro. And Baro seems like a real man. I look at Noah. Like, Noah also seems like a real man. You look at, for example, Prince, and Prince feels like as if he's a model. Like he's a girl model. Like, I don't like that. I think okay, who's also very manly? I think Sai has like that manly aura of don't mess with me. I don't know, like he has that composed aura of like the same as Baro. Baro is also very composed, right? It's like he has that manly aura of like you could laugh, but like do that shit not in my face, right? Yeah, okay. Bachira versus a Brazilian New Gen, it would be peak. Yeah, that's the issue with Teddy versus Bachira like rivalry, because we need Bachira against Brazil. Aiko is manly too, yeah. Snuffy as well. Yeah, Snuffy seems man, but like I wouldn't give Snuffy the same points as like what's it called? As like Baro in terms of manliness, or like not Loki, Noah. Like even Loki does not have the aura of Noah and Baro in terms of manliness. Like Aiko too is manly, yeah. I hear you. Karasu kind of have it too, yeah. Snuffy is manly. He is the type of man who shows his passion. No. Listen, so Snuffy, I'll show you why. He doesn't give off that insane manly aura. I'll show you. So when he asked them to come train here, look. So hey you two, it's time for training. Come if you feel like it. Bro, like this is not manly. This is not that manly. Like Noah would like listen. I remind you what Noah did. Like I remind you, Noah like Noah did not even allow Kaiser to breathe. Like immediately shut the fuck up. Hold on. So Kaiser. By the way, Kaiser here seems like an obsessed girlfriend. like an obsessed fangirl with Isagi. So I wouldn't call him manly. So Kaiser also he has the eyes like of his mother. So that's something to hold on. So when Noah comes in, like look at this. Look at the aura. Like look at this shit. So knock it off, Kaiser. It's childish. Quit trying to assert dominance. Like Kaiser like being funny and all of that. Don't talk back. I make the rules here. Like this is some like BBC aura. Like do you get me? This is what I'm talking about, man. Like I'll fuck you up, Kaiser, if we don't stop this shit. This is yeah. Like, Aryu is not like Aryu. Like Aryu is like a little girl. Like he's the same as Prince. Like they work as models. A flower tattoo is zesty as she. Yeah, it's the same as Shiro. I wouldn't call them manly. Like if you're like lusting over everything, you're not manly. A man is supposed to be like he's supposed to keep his feelings in check. And like Kaiser and what's it called, Shiro. Oh, by the way, Hugo is manly as fuck. Like, bro, Hugo, like with that empty book, like that psycho feel. Okay, it is manly. He's just not as strict. He comes across like a loving father to some extent, but Noah is like, listen. I think with Snuffy, like, sure, you could say he's a loving father, but like, he does not commend. He does not commend Laura like Noah here. Like Kaiser tried to laugh it off, and Noah's like, I'll fuck you up if you talk back. Like, I make the rule here. As long as you are under my roof, you follow my rules. The Blake okay, bro, Drake, you send a lot of comments. Like, give me a little bit. Noah should have been Kaiser's dad. They both, bro. Like, if Noah was Kaiser's dad, like Kaiser would be such a disciplined kid. He would be such a good addition to society. Yo, welcome, Mahito. You are late. Yeah. Rachi was pressing Snuffy. I feel like he's better than our starting three defenders. Why doesn't he play? Because Snuffy is not great at dribbling. Like, Snuffy never was about dribbling. That's why he worked with Raichi against him. Tell Raichi to try that shit against Loki or Noah or Prince. They would eat him alive. So Kunigami I think Kunigami is manly, especially the new Kunigami, like the emo Kunigami. Like, Kunigami is about, don't fuck with me. Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. If you are against me like Shido, I'll fuck you up. Like I'll show you manly. You're talking about Kunigami is like manly as fuck. Hold on. So I'll show you manly. Like Kaiser sweat that day. What was it? I think it was 260. Maybe 260, 259. I don't remember. So, by the way, we could all agree this is the absolute furthest you could be from manliness. If you abuse a child, I don't consider you to be on the spectrum of being a man, like at all. Like, this is because a child cannot defend itself. So asserting your dominance, as Noah put it, over a child, that's the ultimate and manly shit. That's the ultimate pussy like behavior. So let's agree on that. Hold on. So Kaiser is thinking about his past, yada yada. By the way, Kaiser here was super manly. By the way, it's like Kaiser here has his moments, but like overall, I don't see him as manly as, for example, I'll show you who. So yeah, it goes to Kaiser. Oh no, it's not this, bro. God damn it! When did it happen? So it's not this. It's not 260. Hold on. So he gets the tattoo. Then, okay. So he stops here. Rin and Isagi stop him. So it's not this one. I don't remember when it happened. So this is when Kaiser actually awakens with Isagi, right? Yeah. I think it happens before then. So we go to 56 maybe. So we have Karasu. Okay. So he already stops it. Then he gives it to Isagi immediately. So this is not it. Give me a second, guys. I need to find it. Like, bro, Raydark is manly as fuck. Raydark like has like that aura, that I'll fuck you up aura. So yeah, this one. So Ness gives the ball to Kaiser. Look at this shit. So Shido is trying to look at this shit. Look at Kaiser. Kaiser was like, holy shit, man. Holy shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. This guy would fucking steamroll you. Yo, what's up? Well, what do you think Teddy's rival is going to be? I listen, I'm hoping either Bachira or Ren. I just like anyone, to be honest, except Isagi. I don't need another Isagi rivalry. Hot take, Ness is manlier than Kaiser. I think so. I think Ness was not manly at all, but like Ness at the end of PXG was definitely manlier than Kaiser. But like the old Ness is like the furthest thing you could be from a man. Bro, he was older by then. Okay, some characters have masculine traits, like Shido's freedom is manly. So, no, it's not. Sure, you could talk about Shido's freedom as manliness. Shido also has that manliness, assertiveness. Like, he has his own idea about the world and he follows it, and that's definitely manly. However, the thing with Shido, you don't act like a man the way he was acting with Sai. Right? Like, bro literally was Ness. Right? Hold on. So, like Sai is manly. Sai is manly as fuck. Sai, like, always judgmental. Like, I wouldn't say the judgmental part, but like he's always keeping his emotions in check. He does his job. Like, you could feel that aura about him. Literally does not negate Ness as a Ness. Listen, Ness at the beginning was like a complete girl. Like, he was not manly at all. But like at the end, Ness kind of felt manly when he told Kaiser, "I will not leave you. I will put a spell on your heart." That shit like is the ultimate friend move. Anyway, so when was it? When did he score? Like 130, 131? Yeah, so he scores. You don't run like a girl like this to your boyfriend if you are manly, right? Like, come on, bro. I know you're excited to play with Isagi, but come on, what are we doing here? Anyways, just carry on. So, as I said, Karasu immediately jumps on the fact that Raichi agreed with him a little bit, and he says, "Right, if you use common sense, this is a team. This team is a walking contradiction. So it's kind of miraculous that we got this strong and made it this far. But we couldn't beat France the Kings. That's reality. I mean, if you did your job and stopped and stopped Loki, maybe." Hold on, wait, I'm confused. Why are we talking about manliness? Because we can. Listen, Adam Blake is the definition of manliness. Like, bro, listen, bro, literally pushed, what's it called, Takemichi as if he was nothing. Like, he told him, "Move out of my way, move." Adam Blake is manly as fuck. It's confirmed Kunigami is the strongest in Blue Lock, so I think Shido is up there too. Maybe top 3. I wouldn't say top 3. So Kunigami is the strongest without any doubt. So let's put it out there. I think the number 2 is either Baro or Aiku. It's one of those two. Then I would say Kaiser, or maybe Kaiser. So Kaiser and Karasu are on the same league as Shido. Maybe Raichi is with them too. But like, for the very least, the top 3 should be Kunigami, Baro, and Aiku, with Kunigami the best, and then Baro and Aiku, you could switch them. Nah, I think Baro, but like, you could switch them really. Then I would say Shido would be on Kaiser's level of strength, like being strong. How does having zero interest in men make you manly though? It does, what the fuck? Aiku, you bum. Adam Blake is Harry Kane. I don't know, like, I don't watch real life football for me to say. Last game, New Gen 11 was number 2. This game is no ego. Is the author setting up for Kira to come back? So Kira is not coming back anytime soon. As Buratsuta said at the beginning of the chapter, he's not. Yo, crazy coffee games. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. So yeah, good evening to you too. So the idea is, so we got an intoxication, like the whole city. We assumed maybe it was the drinking water, but like the whole city got sick. And like, especially kids, they had it like the worst with diarrhea and shit. Like, I was able to hold my own, but like the kid did not allow me to like rest one moment. So that was the hardest part about the sickness. It wasn't really me or the wife. It was like the kid. But Sai is more of a mature than manly. He is also give aura of wiseness. So I'll tell you on like a little secret. You need to be like super wise and super composed to be manly. I think as like one of the masculine traits is you keep your emotions in check. This is why I didn't like Aiku jumping on Sai like that, right? Not Aiku, Shido jumping on Sai like that. This is why I said Karasu, for example, is manly. Sai is extremely manly, right? He's composed, he's very down to earth, right? Noah, as I said, and Baro, you don't even need to talk about it. Kunigami, the emo Kunigami is manly too, right? Well, we're discussing manliness. Just joking. We're talking about Teddy, and then I don't know who commented, and we went into this spiral of talking about who's manly and who's not. So just know that like Ness was not manly, but then at the end of the PXG he became manly, which is insane to say. Will Teddy be 19 years old like the previous New Gens? I don't know. Like Teddy could be either. I wish he would not be 19, by the way, because we already have a lot of 19 players. Sound like cholera, stay safe, man. Yeah, thank you, Maito. It does, like, it could be, like, and it's annoying. Like, it went by the way, like, it didn't repeat or anything, but, like, it was a wave that hit the whole city. You are spitting as a man, you should be able to control your emotions and stay calm in any situation. I think That's the like so. What would dictate a man to me is how you deal with situations. If you're calm, collected, and looking rationally at them, I see you manly. Then there are the other, like your mannerism, the way you carry yourself. Those two help in being manly. But like the ultimate trait to being a man for me is your ability to control your emotions. You don't have hormonal changes like women that you could swing like this and this. Like in order to be a man, I think you need to be in, like your emotions need to be in check. That's the first. By the way, when I say emotions, I'm not talking about love or like, I'm specifically talking about anger too, because I see a lot of men, like they think all of their emotions should be in check, but like not anger. But anger is the big one. You need to be able to control your anger, because if you're angry, you make mistakes, and if you make mistakes, you're not able to lead. That's me. So like to me, you need to be, as a man, you need to be able to like, how do I say it? To control your emotions perfectly. Yeah. So for Isagi, I say Isagi when he is playing on the field, he's extremely manly. But like outside the pitch, he's not assertive enough to be that manly. But like on the pitch, like when he is the Demon King, bro is very rational, he's very calm, he's collected, like all of that shit is definitely manly. I was listening to your last live, Isagi versus Kaiser and Hugo. It's like, something like that. So Isagi versus Kaiser and Hugo, like Isagi and who? I don't remember. Like my last live was like 15 days ago, so sorry if I don't remember. There are other aspects as well, of course, but I agree. Emotional control I think it's the biggest one. So actually, Kunigami pre-wild card was very manly. Like he is kind and defends weak. True, yeah. Yo, Cozy, thank you, bro, for the donation. Thank you. So, which NEL team would you join? I definitely would join Bastard Munich, just for Noah. I feel like I would learn so much from his rationality and like his assertiveness. It would be insane. Like I definitely would want to join Bastard Munich. Sure, Kaiser would be a hassle to deal with, Kaiser and Ness, and like their their stupid friendship that gets in the way. But like, just for like because I like Noah, I would join Bastard Munich. Ubers also is great. Ubers, you could learn a lot from Snuffy. But like, I feel like Snuffy, you need to be a rebel like Barrow to deal with him, because Snuffy kind of deletes your own uniqueness in a way with his designs. As you've seen, like his designs are fitting for you, but like it's his idea instilled into your playing style. To be manly is to express yourself, but still not act like a child. Now, express yourself as you like. The idea is, so what is acting like a child? What makes a child a child? Like, I'll give you an example. My kid, he acts on a whim. If he doesn't get something, he gets sad. Like he cries, he throws a tantrum. I think those things make a child. So as a man, you need to be the opposite of that. You need to be able to control your emotions. Also, you're not like women where you have hormonal swings that sometimes when a woman gets frustrated out of nowhere, it is kind of explainable because she has like maybe her hormones changed. But like as a man, you don't have that. So you can't use that as an excuse. So for me, the biggest thing about a man is that you need to be in total control of your emotions. And when I say emotions, I'm not talking about love or I'm talking about everything. Love, anger, whatever, because even fear itself, because as a man, you're supposed to face your fear calmly and to think rationally about it. Yeah, I said Isagi when he is the Demon King, he is manly as fuck. But like outside, I don't think like he's too unassertive in a sense. I feel like Isagi on and off the field are much more similar now after the end. True, that's kind of true. Isagi kind of learned to be a little bit more assertive outside of the field. So yeah. Okay, so another reason why I think Sai is more of a matured is because when his dream got crushed, he was like, okay, my dreams are crushed and there are more better players than, so switch to a midfield. Yeah, that's maturity. I wouldn't say that has anything to do with manliness, but that's maturity for sure. I wouldn't say ego is manly. To me, ego is a little bit too crazy. Like he bro is yelling at 15-year-olds. Did you read my last comment? Okay, let me read it. You said not being interested in man is manly, but considering how you're talking, I wouldn't say not. Okay, you're talking about men that are manly. I'm starting to doubt that. Like, make sure your wife isn't listening. No, I don't care. So she wouldn't mind. She knows I'm talking to the live stream. I wouldn't say not being interested in men is manly. I don't think your sexual orientation has anything to do with your manliness. Like, if you're in control of your emotions, if you're able to lead, if you're able to exemplify those masculine traits, then you're definitely manly. But like, as for say, that's a different talking point. I think the issue is like in media, at least most gay men, they don't exert like masculine traits, right? They make them, at least in media, by the way, because we don't have that many gays here, so I don't know. I've never met them. But like in media, they portray them like as never been in their like in control of their emotions, right? That's the thing. So top manliest characters in Blue Lock, top least manly. So top manliest, I would talk immediately like number 1, Noah. Number 2, Baro. Number three, I would say Blake. The number 4, I would say Sai. Sai, like as I said, Sai is very manly and mature to me. So number 4, Sai. Who's number 5? I don't know, maybe Hugo. I would say Hugo and Sai. Your goat is washed. So maybe Hugo or Sai, yeah. So those are my top 5. My least, I don't know, Ness prior to the PXG game. That would be the least. Who would also be? Who acts a lot? Yeah, I think Charles. Charles is like a child. Like, he acts a lot like a child. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like, as I said, I wouldn't know. But like, as I said, when we see them in media, like, they're never portrayed to be manly. Okay, but explain why Sai isn't. I said Sai is one of the manliest men. Like, what the hell? I wouldn't say, yeah, Aryu is not manly. Like, Aryu and Prince. Yeah, Aryu and Prince are not too. I think Prince, like, is a little bit too. Like, Prince is like a child. He seems like a child. Levy too. Like, they seem like children. Like, I know a lot of people think that Levy is Bachira's dad, but I think Bachira should be his dad. Bachira is more. Yeah, Bachira is also not manly at all. Like, he's all over the place. Shigo is the manliest. That's funny. Okay, anyways, let's not talk about anything. I would say, wait, it's like his dad cried in front of. Oh, really? Ugh, I don't like that. Especially, like, listen, especially in front of your wife and your kid. Like, you don't do that shit. I said I explained why he's in manly, not you. Oh, no, he is manly. Like, so without a doubt, he's one of the manliest men. Like, he's completely, like, he's great. I don't think Chris is supposed to be Cristiano Ronaldo. I think, if anything, he is supposed to be a cartoonish version of him. Yeah. Who would be more annoying to tolerate with, Ness or Charles? Definitely Charles. I think Ness, if Kaiser did not exist, Ness would be a great person. It's just his obsession with Kaiser that was weird. But like Charles would be all over the place. Like, one of the listen, I like Hugo must suffer with Charles, because Hugo is all about like systems and shit, and Charles is like annoying as fuck. So Oliver is probably up there in terms of being. Yeah, Aiko is manly as fuck too. Yeah, Aiko and Karasu, I cannot forget them too. Aiko and Karasu are manly as hell. Are they? If you're able, like, okay, yo, what's up though? Is Teddy? And why his name is Teddy? Isn't like this a Dabdoob? That's actually true. It is Dabdoob in Arabic. Yeah, I'd say, oh yeah, Oliver is like up there in terms of being manly. That's for sure. Like, I listen. Aiku, Kunigami, those, like, I just gave my top 5 to me. Like, Noah number 1, Bar number 2, Blake number 3, and then Sai and Hugo. Then obviously Oliver and Karasu and Shido. Sai hides in the midfielder, pretending his broken dream is alive. A real man would confront Bunny Bully, not give up on his dream because of him. I won't say a real man. Would you? This is actually a very tough subject, actually, Drake. Would you drive yourself to death? Like, would you take yourself to death to follow your dream? And would that be manly? Especially if you have, there is something wrong with crying as a man, Mahito. There is actually something wrong with crying as a man. I think, especially as a father. Like, as a father, like, in front of your wife and your kids, you're supposed to be the rock of the house. You're supposed to be like the pillar. If you let your emotions run high that easily in front of your family, that's a big like if you're a man and you cry alone sometimes because it's too much, I get it. Like alone, no one sees you. I get it. But like crying in front of your family as a father, nah, that shit is ass. As I was saying with following your dreams being manly, I get that following your dreams feels manly, and it is. But like I don't think the idea of committing suicide is manly because that's basically what it is. Sometimes would you get out of the sinking ship? That's what I'm trying to say. And maybe as a bachelor like Sai, he has no family to think about. It's okay. But like if you have family, you don't have the luxury of destroying yourself because your family depend on you. So this is why I don't think it is manly to go blindly follow your dream until you're dead. I think it definitely has like assertiveness is part of being manly, and so following your dreams is part of it. But I don't think to the point of like destroying yourself, right? You don't. Okay, so Kaiser doesn't even have toxic masculinity. He's just talking from. I don't think. Listen, I don't. What would Clark like? Kaiser is just a broken character as all. Like has nothing to do with like toxic masculinity and whatnot. Which I don't even subscribe to that idea. But like the whole thing with Kaiser is just he's just broken. But suicide rates are so high with men. Yeah, it's a sad reality. Like I don't know. Like I don't wanna talk about that. I don't want to like suicide is one of those subjects. Even if I know about it, I don't want to talk about it because you can never understand what a person is going through to have to commit it, right? So I never want to talk about it as if I know. Even if you study it, I don't think you should. It's one of those. It's very tragic for like we're human beings. We are meant to defend ourselves, like and to try to live. This is in our biology. I mean, every living being tries to always live and to go against the odds in order to succeed as a living like as a living being. And so to commit suicide is the ultimate form of not giving a shit about the world. So I could never claim to know anything about that, something that deep and complex for me to give an opinion about it. I wouldn't say like I understand the suicide rates are high like with men, but like it's the stat on it already is weird because it's high in certain countries. For example, here in Algeria and most of like the Arabic world, we don't have suicide in general. And most of it, like when it happens, like when it rarely happens, it's almost always little girls, like 13 to like age of 19. It's always that. So it has something with our society, obviously, but like I understand, for example, in Japan, suicide rates are through the roof with men. Why? I cannot talk to it. As I said, even if I know, I would not claim to know. Like even if I did my study on this, because it is such a complex and such a weird subject to talk about. I'm not going to delve into it. And sorry if this took a turn. I know we're supposed to talk about Blue Lock. Yo, what's up, Tuki? What's up, bro? Yeah. So, extremely true. The concept that I mentioned, express himself in public, is just a practical patriarch. Okay, so we're not going to get political, but like, no. As I said, if you cry, like, and I'm going to say it like as clearly as I could. As a man, you should be in control of your emotions, especially around people, because a lot of people depend on you. Showing excessive emotion, whether it be it crying or getting angry and destroying the house, that's not what a man should do. A man should be composed. Like, sure, if it gets too much and you want to cry in the toilet alone where no one hears you, that's fine. That's actually healthy, maybe. But like, I don't think, especially a father, like in front of his family. I can't imagine being an Ace fan and joining live right now and hearing him talking. Yeah, that's it. And by the way, I hope this shit does not get flagged by YouTube. Like, I spoke about a lot of touchy subjects. So, yes, Baro is inspired by Cristiano Ronaldo. And now I think Cristiano Ronaldo, so for Chris Prince, I think it's a cartoonish version of Cristiano Ronaldo more than anything. Because Ronaldo is not that childish, like as Prince. So it's a cartoon. It's the same as Levy with Neymar. Neymar is not that childish. Sure, Neymar has some childish tendencies, but he's not like Levy, right? Oh, I get it. It's just in countries where I was born, they are very high. But I agree, it's a complex, and we should better return to blue. Yeah, exactly, Dirk. It's one of those subjects, like, even if you know, you don't know, like, because every case would be a little bit different, and everyone is going through something different. Wait until viewers find your Twitter page. Wait, my Twitter page? Listen, my Twitter page is just like Free Palestine. Like, that's all I share. Yeah, we're getting England's whooping in the next chapter. Yeah, we'll see. Messi fan will disagree with you. Listen, I'm a Ronaldo fan. Like, if I had to choose, I like Messi too, though. I like him on the pitch. Messi outside of the pitch is weird. Like, remember that scene where he was standing next to his wife, weird and all. Messi outside the pitch is always like weird to me. But like, Ronaldo is that childish. He smashed the kid's phone. He also takes his sister's account to post to defend himself. I don't. I don't. What does that have to do with being childish? I doubt Luna and Bunny were threatening Saya's life. Also, Rin. Listen, I doubt Luna was threatening Saya's life. We don't know with Bunny. Bunny is a killer bunny, so you know. Maybe it's okay to talk about these subjects, but we should return to Blue Lock. Neymar is kind of like Levy, but he is a master. But Neymar is a master too. No, I think Neymar is not as childish as Levy. Levy is living in complete like bullshit world. Mahito, we're not gonna talk about that. I'm not going to even say it because YouTube will immediately hit me with getting out of the terms of conditions, which are bullshit as always. Messi is the 8th dimensional being. Messi seems to have like 4 eyes or 6. Like, I don't know. Like, bro sees everything. I think what makes a man is to always follow your mind and word, even if everyone disagrees. Yeah, that's kind of like it's with assertiveness. To follow your mind and your word is like part of assertiveness. Who do you think is going to win, Paraguay or France? I don't watch real life football, but like I don't know. I feel like who's going to stop France except maybe Argentina, Portugal, and Spain. Those are the only 3 teams I see could even beat France. So right now I'm going to go with France, even though I don't know that much about real life football. Okay, those heavy accusations. If you're not sure, yeah, exactly. Let's not talk about it at all. Yeah, like playing CS:GO does not mean you don't play football. It's not. I don't think that's the issue. The issue is Levy was delusional. That's the point. Levy is completely. I think Levy is just a cartoonish version of Neymar. That's what I'm trying to say. Messi is Messi on the field at least. I'm not going to defend the person. But like on the field, Messi is the best to ever do it. Is literally Noah, but obviously Noah isn't exaggerating. Who's Liwa? Who's Liwa, by the way? I don't know him. Ronaldo played her. Okay, stop talking about Ronaldo's thing. let's not talk about it. YouTube does not like us to talk about that shit. Who is more of a Goku of Blue Lock, Noah or Loki? The Goku of Blue Lock. I'd say it's Loki because Goku makes it feel effortless, and so definitely Loki. So guys, hold on. So let's carry on. I'm going to carry on with the chapter. Because we need to talk about Teddy, we need to talk about Fox, we need to talk about a lot of stuff. I mean, we could extend... Lewandowski, sure. I saw Liwa, like I read it as is, Liwa, not Liva. Yeah, but like, Noah, I think in style he is like Lewandowski, but he also has a little bit of Ronaldo in him. Like the whole like body that is engineered. Like, I get it's Prince too, but like, Noah kind of feels like Ronaldo in terms of physicality too. Fiction, not real life. Yeah, he has busted. Loki has busted speed. So by the way, I explained this before, but Loki's busted speed is rivaled by Noah and Prince. It's not like Loki is unmatched by anyone. It's just in the U20 setting, no one is close to him. But like we've seen Noah react to him, no problem. How will Isagi even beat Kaiser? And Eugen 11 without luck, bro. I mean, listen, luck is part of it. I think against Hugo, it was complete bullshit because it was a 50-50 luck. And what happened if he lost to Hugo? Then would he talk the same shit he spoke? This is why I didn't like it. Before luck, I'm again 1 hour late. Yeah, insomnia. We didn't talk about anything deep. We spoke about who's manly and who's not in Blue Lock. We spoke about committing suicide, and why we shouldn't talk about it, and that's it. So you didn't miss anything. So let's carry on with the chapter. Anyway, so Karasu jumps on the idea of Raichi is talking to him. Then, of course, Aiko says we lost. We need to figure out for ourselves what Blue Lock actually is. That's a good idea. Okay, oh, that's actually interesting. Hold on, that's a good idea. With that in mind, do you think we've trusted Ego-san too much? Ooh, yeah, for sure. I respected him for getting us this far, but he's still a seriously crazy-ass nerd. Freak. So this is true, by the way. This is, by the way, why we spoke about manliness, because Ego lashing out on 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds, that was not manly at all. Anyways, rather than see him as an enduring leader, we should keep him at arm's length as a dangerous guy who teaches us dangerous yet fascinating things. This is actually interesting. I did not expect this to happen in this chapter. So they're already thinking that he is crazy. So even like beyond just betraying him, they are already thinking that he is just crazy ass nerd. This is interesting because I feel like this means that he lost their trust. So hold on. Holy shit. God damn it. So that whole going crazy part, hold on. So this actually backfired on him a lot. Oh, I did not expect them to be this clever. Holy shit. This is interesting because this backfired on him a lot. So Karasu here actually did something insane. And by the way, whenever the text is blacked out like this, it usually means I am going against the flow, against whatever is being said. So Ego is talking in like typical white text, and then whenever it is blacked out like this, I am going against the flow. So Karasu asks a very natural question. We lost because of what you taught us. Answer us. What is the way moving forward? So what does this supposedly manly guy do? He starts laughing and yelling at 15-year-olds and 16-year-olds and sure, 17-year-olds too. Like what the hell is up with that? So they get shocked, all of them, even Shido. Like if you shock Shido, you know you are unhinged, right? So this means he lost their trust. So what's happening? By the way, another blacked out moment is here. So he says, this is the gamble that I started, and then going against the flow, Boratsuta told him, you're not the only one who is like gambling. So as I was saying, so this means that he actually lost their trust. And it's not Karasu and Aiko, like not Karasu and Aiko and Hiyori who are like talented learners and tend to think about this. Like Kuruna too. It's interesting actually. Yeah. Now that we lost and have a moment to stop, it might be time to go back to square one and ask ourselves, what sort of world best dream are our egos chasing here in Blue Lock? This is actually interesting because you don't need to be the best striker in order to try to be the best. You could be the best dribbler, the best midfielder, the best defender, the best like attack builder, the best rebel, as Isagi tries to put it, a usurper like Baro, right? Like you don't need to be the best striker in order to fit with Ego's idea about ego. So I don't know why he is so focused on like being just a striker. Oh, so he immediately joins. So like just they were talking and then like Teddy comes. I have a request, Blue Lock. Do you suppose you could lose the next match? What the? I did not read this. Holy shit. Hold on, what are you guys talking about? Like before we get to Hugo, I'll read a little bit of the comments, then we get to it. So I think it's just, I mean, it should be really, okay, so this is, I don't know what you guys are talking about. We will see Chigiri, Rin, Isagi, Nagi, all players catching up to Loki in the finals trust. I wouldn't say Rin and Nagi would in terms of speed, but Chigiri, I don't know, he could. You never know. Loki is the only new Gen 11 that can realistically win. I don't know why people call him Speed Merchant when the other new gens are gonna get embarrassed by Isagi every time. I mean, listen, that's a problem with the show, not necessarily with the new gens, because like Isagi has to pull something out of his ass at the end of every game, which I can never defend, by the way. I see black bubbles as someone speaking with their deepest desire. I think it's going against the flow. Maybe you're right. We'll see it. Like whenever we will see it, I will try to catch on what purpose it is used for. Ego will be fine. Me, one morally gray character. Teddy is just too dull character. What do you mean too dull? We just got introduced to him. Ace, I am here in my first live. Yo, welcome, bro. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you enjoy it. He just showed up. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ego is on thin ice. That's the thing. He's on thin ice, not with us as fans, but like with even his players. Yo, Ace, I think Blue Lock is going on the actual way of using egos. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that could be true. Like they use Blue Lock for their own goal. They don't run blindly to be the best striker. Did you all touch upon the part of Boratsuta saying that ego isn't the only one gambling? I feel like it's not something randomly put in. Yeah, I was talking just like about the bubbles. I was talking about how this means that Boratsuta is planning something against what ego is planning, right? So the black bubbles, my theory at least, is that they are shown whenever someone is going against the flow. Like the flow of the game, the flow of the one controlling the game, the flow of ego, the flow of everyone in control. Whenever someone is going against it, like the text gets blacked out. So I did not expect Teddy to be this cold. So he told them, would you care if you just lose? He just asked them to, yeah, exactly. Just asked them to lose. You can turn on ego. I won't, you can turn on ego. I won't, that's okay. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if Rin was used as a defender? Nah, I mean, listen, Berserker Rin would work as a defender, but like Rin would not accept it and would not play good specifically because of that. Because before the World Cup, Ego said that the players have to use him for their own ego, for their own goals. I think that he meant that as long as their ego pushes them to be the best in the world, then it's fine. Yeah, the issue is being the best striker, like being the best in the world in whatever you're trying to achieve. That's fine, but like I don't know about being the best striker, especially with someone who is playing in defense like Nico or Gagamaru. And where okay, so Isagi is two plot armor. He has some plot armor here and there. I wouldn't say is too much, but like sometimes you can feel it, especially with like the last play against Hugo. And wherever they want to excel, exactly, and wherever they want to excel in defenders, midfielders, dribblers, speedsters, wherever the fuck they want. They have the right to use him and get to their goal. Yeah. Hence why he doesn't care about players like Aiko and Nico, and that could explain why they got accepted into Blue Lock, since it got popular too. I don't know, like, I think he just needs defenders in order to win. You're not going to win with only strikers, no matter how you try to convince them. Imagine if Ego just working for a different person. Like, I know he's Ender Honorary, but like the reason he's so obsessed with soccer is because of a third party. Yeah, it could be the PIFA thing. Like the PIFA cannot be trusted. Bully Bunny has black speech bubbles saying Isagi is like him. Yeah, it could. Like, listen, Bunny is insane. I don't know. Like, Bunny is too dangerous for me to talk about him. It just makes no sense to hate on a character that can realistically win this arc. The other characters just stepping stones. Who are talking about Zoro? Too dull, bro. Already saying shit. Nah, listen, I wouldn't say too dull. By the way, we'll talk about his design too. Like calling Isagi a plot merchant is like calling Kunigami a strength merchant. Yeah, but like that's not a good argument, Mahito. Kunigami's weapon is strength. Are you saying that Isagi's weapon is plot armor? That would be bad. If only Japan's real team win as strong as the one Blue Lock. I mean, they lost to Brazil, which is a strong team, so you know. I'm curious on what you may think Isagi's next evolution will be. For now, I think he just needs to master the whole rebel thing. Like, I think he needs to do it by learning to be in the shadows. That's how I think he should do it. Well, I'm curious. Okay, so bro, look at his face. It's dull and he has no ego. No, you're talking about him as a character. Okay, so no. Okay, so you're talking like the character is dull. Like the writer wants him to be dull. Okay, I get that. Like if you're talking like that, I get it. What if Fox is just a coach or something? Yeah, we'll talk about Fox in a second. Isagi is an adaptability merchant. Without it, he would be worse than Naruhaya. That's true. I wouldn't say he would be worse. At least he has better shooting than Naruhaya. I hope Kunigami plays. Yeah, me too. Zantetsu is closer to Loki than Chingy. If you disagree, or oh, bro, don't say that idiot's name. Like, don't say that, like, literally on the level of Hitler name. Is Teddy's name a reference to him being controlled, or am I overthinking it? Oh yeah, like a teddy, like he's a puppet, like a teddy, like he's a toy. His physically might be better than Kunigami. Like you talk about Teddy, I think he's closer to Lorenzo than Kunigami, which I've always said. Like Lorenzo has an insane physicality. Anyways, so let me continue with the chapter and then we carry on more. So I have a request, Blue Lock. Do you suppose you could lose the next match? I like they're all like, bro, what? Chiguri is even checking the earpiece. Like, is it working? Is it working? Who the hell are you? So they don't know. This is weird. I've always found this weird. They don't know the new Gen 11 that they are going to face. Come on, this is complete bullshit. Oh, pardon me. I'm a worthless bungler. What the fuck is bungler? Player for your next opponent, England. My name is Teddy Knight. It is. Okay. Worthless bungler? What's with this guy? Okay, I'm counting on you to throw the match. bro, ask them for it. And like he assumed they agreed. Like, hey, wait, we never agreed to that. Oh, so the reason he hits Butcher is because he's laughing at him. You're a funny guy, but we can't honor that request. I don't know what sort of scheme you had in mind when you came here to say that, but we've got a lot riding on this too. You can't. I see. Oh bother. What to do? Fox told me to come here. What was I supposed to do if this happened? Oh, that's right. I just remembered. I need to kill you all. What the fuck? This is not a dull character. This is an insane, like, but like you can understand. This is like he's remembering what Fox told him. So like it's kind of like he's giving the puppet feel. And by the way, him being a teddy, like a teddy bear, yeah, he seems like a genius. You can't be an idiot like this and be a talented learner. Like, geniuses are the ones who could be idiots like Bachira, but excel in something because they're geniuses. So, Teddy being an idiot like this and then excelling at dribbling, supposedly dribbling, then yeah, I definitely think he is a genius. So, hold on, I agree with the theory of Teddy being controlled by Fox. What if it's like the Fox and the Grape story where Teddy has something, Fox doesn't, so Fox abilities and Fox belittles and manipulates like a puppet master. That could be the case. Like he manipulates him in order to hide his own inadequacy. That would be interesting. Yeah. Why is Bachira getting bashed this chapter? He did the dog stuff and then he got his face rocked by Teddy. Yeah, that's actually by Theodore. Wait, his name is Theodore or Teddy? Hold on, we don't get him yet. Okay, so when do we get him? Hold on, let me jump. Yeah, so it's Teddy, it's not Theodore. So it's Teddy, by the way. And by the way, in the Japanese, like in the spoilers, we've seen that he was just said to be a wing. But like now he's a wing back. Which is interesting, which is better, by the way. Like him being a wing back is much better because this is the second, you could say, defender New Gen 11. Anyway, so he says, I need to kill you all. So he hits Bachira because Bachira was laughing, obviously. Look at bro. Bro is literally having the time of his life. This starts by hitting him, then, if I make it clear that you can't beat me. Okay, so I need to kill you. It's literally Blue Lock speech. He's talking about football. If I make it clear that you can't beat me, will you give up and lose for us? What the hell did you do to our precious monster? Violation. Don't give me. Okay, so it's Aiko saying it. Don't give me. So the way he dribbles here, I don't know about you guys, but he's kind of reminding me of Lorenzo. Hold on. If we go back to Lorenzo, when was it? Like 211? I think it was, yeah, 211. So 211 when he starts dribbling. Yeah, so 211, he takes the ball from Michael, then he starts counting, then he goes for it. So look at this. Doesn't he feel like him? Like the way he's wobbling around? Okay, we don't need this. We don't need Gray. So the way he was wobbling around, doesn't he feel like Lorenzo? Like, look, this, especially this pose right here and this pose from Lorenzo. Like, he literally looks like Lorenzo, no? What do you guys think? Okay, hold on. I got a hold. So Teddy is usually short for Theodore. Same with Jimmy and Johnson. Yeah, and Jonathan. Yeah, I know, but like for now we don't have like especially because we had Bunny. You'd expect Kanshiro to name him Teddy. Yo, what's up? Hello, welcome, bro. I just hope that Teddy doesn't only become an Isagi. Yeah, bro. Like we all hoping that Teddy is not an Isagi rival. I think if he, you know what, him being a win back, it would be great if he rivals either Bachira or maybe Chigiri too. Okay, yeah, his eyes are feels lifeless. Yeah, they kind of feel like Nagi's death aura. He does that. Yeah. Guys, do you think Agi plays for England? I hope Agi plays for England. At least we get to see him. And also, he might fit because it seems that Fox, this guy, whoever like sent Teddy for them, seems to be a cunning man. So he works with an intelligent person as Agi, right? I think it's England mindset. Has to take out the strongest dribbler so that he won't have any competition. Maybe, yeah. And England is called the motherland of football. Yeah, Isagi rival. Don't see anything bad there is. I'm confused. No, we have too many Isagi rivals. We need someone like Lorenzo, who is not a rival to Isagi. He was to Kaiser and then he became to, like, he will be to Baro. So, like, we need rivals like this who are rivals to other characters. Isagi already has his plate full with fucking Kaiser and Hugo. So, not fucking Kaiser and Hugo, with Kaiser and Hugo. Bro, check 2023. It implies Snuffy got the Predator eyes. Okay, I'll check it. We're close. So 223. Let me see. So Snuffy got the ball. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on inside of his head? Another new attack pattern. If I move before I understand it, I'll just get shut out again. In that case, it's time to watch. And I'll analyze Snuffy world-class thought pattern. Because Drago, they're shifting to the open left side. This time they're spreading out further over the field. Are they planning to cross over and crush us from the side? And then he notices all of a sudden that Snuffy, contrary to everyone, is literally from behind. But now while everyone is focused on the next play, Snuffy is burrowing into the blind spot. Damn, this is bad. And by the way, Isagi himself got tricked by this. Like, he did not move, he did not act, and he was watching. Then all of a sudden, Snuffy is not in front of him. Snuffy is on the other side. So this is why somebody noticed him. Snuffy is moving freely. And this is why I said, like, this is the fourth power level, where you notice the play, you could stop it. However, Snuffy obviously being higher, he told him, but you just see me, right? That's all you could do. Okay, so then he touches the ball. Holy shit, he jumped while Kaiser was colliding with him. He used his insane body balance to keep the ball for his team and set up an attack. But then it goes for Nico. Nico then get okay. So what is it? Where does it say that he has the Predator eyes? I don't see it. Snuffy is Gojo. He kind of feels like Gojo if he is trying. Seriously, where does it say that he has the Predator eyes? And by the way, sorry for not reading all the comments. There are a lot. Like, I'm literally getting overwhelmed. I mean, at least you could guys see yourselves on like the live stream, but like I'm getting overwhelmed here. Oh, it's 227. Okay, we'll see it. 227. What was it? So 227 is when Baro goes against him. So, okay, we see King. Is he ignoring us to go on a rampage? What are you doing? Baro quits crying, you robotic brain dead morons. Ever since I accepted this work, I've been dying to smash it, to smash up this shitty team. You gotta love Baro, man. If I could steal Snuffy's technique, everything else would be trash. Okay? And now that I stole his Predator eye. Yeah. So, yeah, listen, he taught him the Predator eyes. So, he definitely has them. And we know Snuffy is restriction because he loves his patterns to be in a set manner. So, he's definitely restriction. So, yeah, it fits. Okay, like an extremely... Okay, so, Snuffy, why my nose so long? I think his nose would get in front of his metavision, and like his metavision would be hindered by his nose because it covers up so much. I'm gonna stop. Okay, so Baro's dialogue. We're getting Demon King, Omnivision, Isagi versus God of Football Nagi in the final match of U20 World Cup. Please stop calling it Omnivision. I hate that name so much. Like, I don't know why the other YouTubers are calling for it. Omnivision would imply that you could see everything, but it is clearly shown that Isagi's white hair bullshit, like whatever it is, it's not about seeing everything. Like, if anything, that would have been Metavision shit. So like I don't like the Omnivision name at all because it implies everything, and Isagi specifically stopped trying to do everything, and he knew that he can't lead and be a rebel at the same time, so he decided to specialize. So I don't know why they keep calling it Omnivision. Okay, just my personal theory. Snuffy saw Mick using Predator eyes, or a prototype version of it after his death, and after he died. I think that could be the case because he is a talented learner, and so if anything, he would have realized it after seeing someone play with it. So kind of like Isagi with Metavision, right? That's so hyped, dude. So just keeping getting more interesting. Yeah, it is. Listen, the issue with Snuffy, it's like, and this is what I'm going to tell you something. So Snuffy, the problem with Snuffy as a player, and why it is very problematic, is hold on. When was it shown him and Mick playing? Like when was it shown? I think it's not 228. I think it's 229. No. Oh, okay. So this is where he's dead. So when was it? Like 215? When was it shown that time when they played together? So here he tells him he died. Yeah, but it was not shown yet. Then at the beginning of the chapter, we see Baru refuse. Then he goes to meditate, and then we get Lorenzo's point of view. So then Snuffy comes in. Okay, what the hell? It's not here. Well, does anyone remember what chapter was that? Because it has. Okay, I'll read it. Teddy used Ultra Instincts to teleport. It's nice, simple dribbling. Like he's dribbling like Lorenzo by wobbling his body. I just wanna. Ira Smith took over the community with that name. I call it True Ego Isagi. True Ego Isagi is true, is correct, because it is going back to zero, kind of like Kaiser's awakening. So I agree with you, Reaper, but like I don't agree with Omnivision because Omnivision implies the idea of seeing everything, but that's not what that playing style is all about. I don't need this team anymore. Kanshiro's words when he forgot about Lorenzo. Yeah, that's true. Did you read? I read it, so I don't know why Snuffy is broken. He seems normal to me. I mean, like if you watch your friend die in front of you, that would be broken, right? That would make you broken. So here it's Kaiser. So this is when Nico gets his metavision. Okay, when does that moment happen? After Baro's second goal. Okay, let me go. So 2-9. Yeah, but like okay, so 2:30 maybe. So after his death. So, or maybe was it? Hold on. Maybe was it when he visited him as he? Yeah, this one. Yeah. So what? Notice what Mick told him. By the way, he told him that Crudy goal had nothing but brute force. What did I ever tell you? What the Predator eyes do? The Predator eyes are about hunting through extreme environment. They are about forcing their way through. This is specifically that. Had nothing but brute force. And obviously it does not mean force as in physicality because Snuffy is not that strong. Like he is strong, but like he's not that strong. What he meant about brute force, like you forced the goal through. You did not use no finesse, you did not make it beautiful, nothing. You just forced the goal through. So this confirms the Predator eyes. And he must have had them definitely not from Mick, because the way Mick speaks here, he does not seem to understand how the Predator eyes work, right? If you remember Isagi, the way Isagi reacted to Kaiser Impact, he was not interested in it, because the Kaiser Impact was about forcing your way through, and Isagi's playing style is not about forcing your way through, instead it's about slippery, right? So I think this is why I don't think Mick actually had the Predator eyes. Yeah, a proper metavision would make you play while thinking about what even the opponent is seeing. Yeah, but like, Omnivision is impossible for a human to even do. Doesn't make sense. Exactly. I think we could reach it because Blue Lock is kind of supernatural in a sense, especially with Loken stopping the Kaiser impacts and whatnot. So we could get an Omnivision, but it's definitely not the white aura and the white hair Isagi. I don't know why they call it. Do a video on why Sai or Bachura is good. Your choice. I already did one on Sai. You could watch it on my channel. It's called How Strong is Sai Itoshi? And I really, really fanboyed the shit out of Sai. So, you know. Isagi Blanco goes hard versus Ren Dorado. Who's Ren Dorado? It was before. Obvious. Okay, so Bunny probably treated Sai like how Bugs Bunny treats the opera scene. Bro, if you don't know what he's talking about, hold on. Bugs Bunny opera scene. It's like, I don't know if you remember this. Like, this was the funniest like one of the funniest cartoon episodes you'll watch. And like there was this, and there was the piano where he shot the audience for not stopping, like for not like for like coughing too much. Like, bro, literally, that would actually be a funny meme. Bunny doing this to Sai, and like then Sai fails still at being like a striker or an opera singer. By the way, Bugs Bunny was like an insanely sadistic character. He was one of the most like good evil characters you'd see. If you cross him, he would destroy you, by the way. Anyways, so going back to Teddy. So Teddy dribbles, like as I said, this seems a little bit too much like what's it called? Like Lorenzo. So 27, 26, 27, 23. So this one. So to me, it seems a little bit too much like Lorenzo's dribbling here, and then we see it again here. Look, he swiftly shifts his body around his opponent, kind of like Teddy did with Aryu here. Like, sure, with Nico it does not seem, but like with Aryu and Aiku, it really seemed that he dodged them, which makes an Italy versus England matchup would be insane. Like Lorenzo versus Teddy. You need to have spectator mode in order to have Omnivision. Kinda true, yeah, you need spectator mode. And by the way, as I said, Omnivision, I wouldn't like it in Blue Lock that much. I mean, we could get it, but I don't want it to be. Because it would literally be like seeing everything and reading everything on the field. And that would make it as if, and no one could beat you. Which could be Isagi at the end of the show. Now, I don't like it being used right now, though. It's a reference to Twilight Dragon Ball with the Hispanic community creating Gohan Blanco and Cell Dorado. Oh, okay. I did not say it. By the way, if you want to watch Dragon Ball Z again, but like in a funny twist, try Googling TFS, like Dragon Ball Z Abridged. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever watch. I want Nagi to come back with his full capacity and totally rock out the opponents. We will see it, by the way. Like, full potential Nagi will destroy. I feel like he needs to make his impression felt. So, because we're facing Brazil, then Spain. Obviously, Sai will do his shit in Spain. I think Brazil, Nagi needs to make his appearance felt. He needs to destroy them. Again, what kind of bullying do you think Bunny did to Sai? I doubt just being better than him is enough to break him. He was sweet child in Rin's childhood. I think it was what I said, the killer Bunny, where he seemed to be very nice to Sai, and Sai really thought that nothing out of Bunny, only for him to destroy him in a like the most brutal way. Right? I watched it 2 times already. Like Dragon Ball Abridged. Dragon Ball Z Abridged is like the best way to watch Dragon Ball. It's much better than the real Dragon Ball because first, it addresses the multiple plot holes. And secondly, the pacing is so much better. The episode is like 10 to 15 minutes, so we're already a lot of cuts. And so all of that, they do a lot that, like, they send a lot in Dragon Ball, kind of like One Piece. And so all of that is cut, right? So I really like it. Omnivision is basically just metavision, all and understand all. But like Omnivision, I know the definition of Omnivision. I know what omnipotence means. Now the issue is Isagi is not on that level. We've seen it against Hugo. Like even with when he beat Hugo, he did not beat him by reading the field better. At the end of the day, Hugo read the field better. He beat him by a 50-50 luck. You know what? You know how bad the 50-50 luck? Like imagine it with death and life situation. 50-50 you die, 50-50 you live. You would not take those chances at all. Isagi was desperate to take them. And he did not even account for Ren. So that's definitely not Omnivision. Omnivision would imply that you see everything. And Isagi is far from that. Like I wouldn't even call Snuffy himself Omnivision. The dribble is similar, but I think that's because he dribbles like a puppet and Lorenzo like a zombie. I don't know. Like, did you read my last comment? Does Teddy look like his name would have been Toby instead? Like, I would say his name would have been Theodore would be better because Theodore is always like the abbreviation of Theodore is always Teddy, but like it is Teddy in the official translation, so we will take it as Teddy. But why would Luna and the rest of Madrid allow it? Why not protect their new aspiring talent? Because they're egoists. Do you think Luna cares? Luna does not care. And by the way, Luna did not play with Sai. Luna is six. How is it? Like he's 8 years older than Sai. There is no way they ever played together. So Luna just heard about Sai being a great midfielder in Real. That's all. Metavision isn't even omnivision. It's just rapid information absorbing and instant reaction. So obviously has blind spots because no, but like they're not calling Metavision omnivision. They're calling the white hair Isagi, which has nothing to do with perception. They call it an ascended version of Metavision, which is I don't know. Imagine if Fox's full name would be Toby Fox. Listen, for me, what happened, Mahito? What happened? What did the idiots write for you to ban him? Bro, I'm getting sleepy. Yo, Flux, sorry to bore you to sleep. We should call Omnivision Rebel Mode. Yeah, it is Rebel Mode. Like Isagi himself said, I am a rebel. We should call it either Rebel Mode or Return to Zero. Because when he unlocked it, if you remember, he kind of did the same thing as Kaiser. He went back to his original ego. So if you call it 0.0 Isagi or original ego Isagi or all of that, it would be good. Or Rebel Isagi, that would be good. But like calling it Omnivision, it literally has nothing to do with with like being omnipotent and omniscient. So when did it happen? So I think like 282. So yeah, Loki, so he sees Kaiser, and then he talks about geniuses, talented learners. He watches that he doesn't need his like rivalries in order to move forward. He just needs to win. And then he unlocks it. It has nothing to do with perception, nothing to do with seeing the field better. In fact, here he admits that Rin still is unstoppable, which an omnipotent person would not, and he still requires the help of Kaiser in order to do it. So I don't like that name at all. Chat is hard to ban on mobile. Time's out. Yeah. What did he do, Mahito? That would be the best shit. So what did Toby Fox? So why is Toby Fox interesting, by the way? Keep reading. Okay. Teddy cooked the Great Wall of Japan. The Great Wall. It's not great anymore. They got destroyed by Loki and that like. Please keep reading, bro. If every player was Nagi and Ryo, if every player was Nagi, then Ryo would unlock Omnivision as he always looking at him. I mean, kinda that's true. That would be funny. Like if every player was Nagi, Ryo would literally have Omnivision because he would see the whole field. FIFA seems pretty shady that they probably hit something. Yeah. Pick one comments or manga. Unfortunately, I can't see a question. Oh yeah, he wrote the N-word. So thank you for like timing him out. Pick one comments or sorry Flex, but like, what's website? Like this is Weeb Central where you can read the chapters. They put them as soon as they are like released, and this is official translation. So, okay. So do you know a website for downloading anime episodes? I wouldn't really tell you that here because I could tell you over on my Discord. I think Iro Assassin just thought it was a cool name and started calling it that. Maybe, yeah. Bro only can do this when he plays Cam. Yeah. No, not necessarily. I mean, win backs usually go up a lot. So, Please check my comment last one. I checked it, Flux. And I'll tell you, I'm not... I'll tell you over on Discord. Ace, Toby Fox is the name of the creator of the underrated and the Undertale and Delta Rune, one of the two most popular video games in the 2010s. I've never heard of them. So what's the name? Hold on. Undertale and Delta Rune. Undertale and Delta Rune. Is it written like this? Okay, so it wrote this. Oh, I heard of Undertale. Yeah. I heard of this game. This is this is a very popular game. I've never played it or even knew about it, but like They use it everywhere. Like it became like a classic game at this point. It is used all over pop culture. Yeah. So yeah, I understand the game now. So Teddy Fox is the creator. Is the name of the creator? That would be interesting. Yeah, especially because someone theorized that Fox is not a real person, but actually like a split personality to Teddy. So like Teddy has two personalities, Teddy and Fox, and it could be like maybe Fox was his brother and he died when he was young, or in order to survive in the slums of England, Teddy needed to split his personality into two, whatever. Right? Chapter is over anyways. Comments are more fun. Yeah. Fox already maybe did something about it. Shush, don't tell nobody. Toby Fox is the creator of the best RPG game ever made. Is it the best? Is it that good? Like, is it that good? Like, would you be interested in playing it on the channel with me? Like, oh wait, does it have multiplayer in the first place? What's your Discord? Check any of my videos, bro. Like in the description, you'll find my Discord. Now, I'm talking about Isagi can only turn white when he plays Cam. Ah, sure. I think no, but like it was how do I say it? It was explained that he can do it when he is a rebel. And as a rebel, he could play Cam, striker, defender, it doesn't matter. He is going to be a rebel and destroy the number one in order to score. put bro, Ripper, you're doing God's work here. A copy to my other device. We should all aspire to avoid Iroh's current barber. Bro. I've been meaning to tell the guy, but like, listen, I don't comment usually on like someone's hair, but like, I don't let it loose too much. And to be honest, it became iconic in the community at this point. So maybe he shouldn't shave. Like, we put in split personalities now. Yeah, bro, MVP. It's actually a very interesting theory. Reaper, okay, sup. Yo, what's up, Random Waffle? Welcome, bro. Kanshiro only made white Isagi to save to save ink. That is true. Wait, why are people saying Teddy has split personality disorder? So this is a theory, Mahito. Let me finish the last chapter. Yeah, the last page. So okay. So then, so Aryu says that he is super fast. So is slippery and kind of like Lorenzo, but also super fast. If you remember, Lorenzo was not fast. That was one of his biggest problems, that he was not fast. Like when Isagi and Hiyori went on the counterattack, he was not able to like reach them until they stopped, which was late at that point. They accounted for him. So this is the only problem for Lorenzo. So him being fast and slippery like this, he would be insane. So what's an egoist? And he tells him, ego? I don't have an ego. I'm a puppet, a worthless puppet. Yeah, so this is interesting. By the way, we'll see what it is. Yo, simply, yo, Ace, why do you think the defenders in Blue Rock keep getting cooked? Does it have a narrative relevance? I think we are due an awakening. We need an awakening for Aiku or maybe Nico or Aryu that is on the level of Karasu. And maybe it would happen against Teddy. Because that's the only way they could stop, or at least hope to stop, Loki. We've seen Karasu was successful in stopping Loki with the help of Chigiri. So maybe with Aiko also awakening on that level, kind of like Karasu, maybe together they could do something against Loki. Maybe especially with the help of like Isagi maybe or something. Okay, Teddy says, oh brother, like Pooh Bear. Yeah, Teddy is like, you could think of it like this. Yes, like Teddy Bear. By the way, you gotta watch, if you haven't seen this movie, you gotta watch it, Ted. This is one, like his, or you could already see him drinking. This is one of the funniest, like it has two movies, the first and second. And they are one of the funniest shit you'll ever see. The new series made on the like childhood is a little bit boring to be honest, but like the movie is insane. Anyways, so Bunny could be this. So Bunny is like, he's a puppet as in he is a teddy bear. So like he is someone's toy to play with. Now here's what we thought. We thought, like this is a theory. I'm not saying that he has split personality, but this is the theory. Maybe Fox is not actually a player who is commanding Teddy, but rather his alt personality. I don't know if you know Fate, the Fate series. We have Saber versus Alt Saber. Alter Saber, so it's Alter, not Alt. So Saber is supposed to be like a female version of King Arthur. So her name is Artoria. And then like she reincarnates multiple times, and every time she fails, So she decides to fuse this with the Holy Grail. It's some nonsensical bullshit, and she becomes her alternate self. She becomes ruthless. She doesn't care about anyone. Like, she used to be a sweetheart, like a good king even. By the way, narratively, she's a king even though she's a woman. Like, it has a little bit of, weird, weird being. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. Like, but like weird being being a man at the same time a woman. Her daughter also becomes a man, even though she's like, they're women, like they're actual women, but like they call themselves men so they can become kings. Anyways, and then her alternative self, which is the saber altar, and this is much stronger than this. So what we could see here is that Teddy is this personality, the nice one, and he is following the alternative personality, and he is afraid that it would get out. And so maybe against Japan, they will play against this. And once they defeat him, this personality shows up. That would be insane. Now, the reason why this personality could show up, it could be something like Mithal, like for example, Akashi. I said Mithal in Arabic. Akashi split personality. So Akashi has his personality split because of his father. So his father, since he was a kid, he always tells him that the world only recognizes winners. If you do not win, you do not fit to be an Akashi. Like, Akashi is the family name. So in order to keep on winning, he literally split his mind into two, splitting his weapons. One got the Emperor Eye, and the other got the whole thing where he plays with the whole team. So like, it could be something like something like this, or it could be, so in order for him to survive, he needed a dark personality, kind of like Saber. Once she failed the multiple times, in order to win the Holy Grail, she had to fuse herself with it and become Saber Alter to destroy everyone. Which, by the way, she became very broken. Like, if you've seen the movies, like she became a cheat code basically. Anyways, so this is my theory. Well, not my theory. I don't remember. It's Muffin Man's theory. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, holy shit! You guys wrote a lot. Let me read. But there's soccer fans. Okay, so what are you talking about? If we're talking about split personalities, kind of reminds me of Fu Orostor from Gachiakuta. I actually did not follow a lot on Gachiakuta. How's it called? Fu Orostor. Wait, how's it written again? Orostor. Okay, so I'm right. So this guy has, I'm not caught up to the manga. So this guy has split personality. Interesting. Oh, he is shown in the anime. I haven't seen Gachiakuta in a while, and I need to catch up to it because it really was fun. Like, I just stopped because I didn't have time. So it implies that they did the research. Okay, so MVP dog, don't spoil. I'm out of time to play. What is JJS? I'm out, guys. Yeah, see ya, Flex. See ya next time. Ace, we have WLO and Doppio. Who are these guys? Literally double and double. Did you read my last comment? Ovidict? I did, I think. Hold on. No, I didn't. Yeah, do you think Fox's name will be... We answered that. The whole Toby with the Undertale. Yeah, it would be an interesting Easter egg, but I doubt Kashiro would follow it. Fox sounds lame. Bears like Teddy are better. Bro, we have Bunny, Fox, and Teddy. So, Araki was creative with those names. Okay, like two faces to a boss. Exactly, it would be a two faces to a boss, and it would solve the whole New Gen 11 bullshit too, because if Fox is another personality, it would make sense to, as if they are facing two new gens in the price of, like, they get in two new gens for the price of one. I'm watching back the stream from the start on 2x speed so I could catch up. Yeah, Zrain, that would be actually good. Part 5 is not funny as an Italian because every character is named after a random ass object. That's true, yeah. Like, by the way, as an Italian man, what is Don Lorenzo? Like, I see Lorenzo as an Italian name. Like, I see it a lot, but like, what does it stand for? The thing is, people with split personality disorder aren't aware of their alters to be able to talk. At least, yeah, but that's one type, Mahito. I'll explain it to you in a second. So, if that's the case, it means Teddy was traumatized as a child. No, so there is one type of split personality disorder when the split happens between the two halves of the brain. If that's the case, one can talk and the other can't. But like there is split personality that doesn't happen within the half. It happens like for the whole brain. In that case, both characters could talk. And I think there is an old movie. I wouldn't say an old movie. 2016 movie. It's called Split, I think. Yeah, this movie. If you want to like get deep into like split personality, this is actually a very good movie. Like they took the split personality to such an extreme length that one of his split personalities actually has diabetes. So whenever that personality is the one controlling the body, it actually needs insulin. However, if another personality like is controlling the body, all of a sudden they are healed, which is, by the way, medically true. I looked at it and I was blown away. It is medically true. So this movie is actually very fun if you have the time to watch it. The thing is, people, okay, so we read that, super spoilers, and she, okay, so I don't know what you're talking about. Actually couldn't even stand up to Jabba walk without harmonizing his two personas. Yeah, that could be a way to build Teddy for the future, because England is too important for just to lose here and never shows up again. So it could be a way to build Teddy by having him have a split personality, and then they join together against Japan another time, or against Isagi maybe in the Champions League or something like that. France needed 2 new gens to barely beat Teddy 2-1. Nah, but I wouldn't say too barely, because Loki was not really trying. Yo, what's up, Isagi Toshi? Welcome, bro. We missed you today. There is only one Fubuki, I believe. Okay, I don't know what you're talking. In Azuma 11, I don't even remember the names of like the players. Being traumatized is mandatory to get a new Gen 11 title. That's why Bonnie helped Sai by Bonnie. That's funny as shit. That's true though. Yeah. Yo, Ace. By the way, neither Hugo nor Loki were traumatized. Yo, Ace just got here. What are we talking about? We're talking about Fox actually being a split personality from Teddy and not actually being a real person. Fox, the guy that Teddy mentioned here. Yeah, it'll be interested playing Undertale, but if you don't like RPG, I like RPGs a lot. Yeah, I like RPGs a lot, especially 2D RPGs. They are fun to play from here and there. So Fox could be alter ego of Teddy. Exactly, like an alter ego. Alter ego, different playing style, different personality, whatever you want to call it. The point is, I wish this would be the case. Now, okay, so it reminded me of Shen Wulong from Kengan Omega, because in that series, the top dog antagonist is too strong that he tried to split his brain to a clone, but a mutation happened, making the clone fail. Now, I wouldn't say it is like that. I would say like Teddy is strong, but like he's not reaching his full potential because his personality is split. So he needs to reunite both of his personalities in order to reach Hugo and Loki. Japan almost pulled the blue lock in the World Cup, but Brazil was like, chill. Yeah, this is not anime, chill. Hugo was traumatized by the mediocrity of everyone around him. Bro said since childhood he sees everyone living the wrong life. That's not trauma though. That's called being judgmental. Alter ego just fits with the theme of Blue Lock. Oh shit, that's actually true. Holy shit. I need to make a theory video on this. The problem, I don't have time to do it before the next chapter. Hold on, what's today? So, bro, I have a lot of work on my hand. God damn it. So, we are Saturday and we get the chapter first day of Monday. So I either need to post it tomorrow or not. I don't know. Let's wait for the chapter. Maybe we'll get to see Fox, and if we don't see Fox, I'll do it immediately after the chapter. Right? Yeah, yo, Ace. You are sick free. Does that mean you will stream again now? Yeah, I will start streaming again, yeah. I'll do it again like we used to do it, maybe every other day. Maybe I'll miss a day here and two, but like I'll try to do it every other day. But you literally had an imaginary monster friend. Does it count as split person? No, it was just hallucination, I would say. The Morocco versus Brazil rematch could go so hard if they both make it. I hope they do. I support Morocco because they are our neighbors. But like to me, I'm wishing for Portugal to win it, just so Ronaldo can win it once. Something I've noticed that in each new gen seems to represent a disorder or a behavioral pattern. Kaiser for God complex, Loki for NPD, Hugo for autism. How is Hugo for autism? And Sai for PTSD. Okay, Sai get it for PTSD. I don't know about Hugo and Loki though. Lorenzo for conduct. I think Lorenzo is for eating disorder. We have to see the other two. But how is Hugo for autism, man? Come on. We are your freaking neighbors. Wait, Ripper, you're from Morocco? Oh, welcome, bro. I did not know that. Welcome, bro. Welcome. Yeah. Or are you Tunisian or Libyan or like where are you from? Yeah, I support Morocco. The second team I support is Morocco because they are our neighbors. Now that Algeria got eliminated, obviously Portugal is still with it just because of what's it called? Just because of Ronaldo. I just want him to win once. Oh yeah, you're Moroccan. Welcome, bro. Yeah, that's actually nice to know. Portugal will win because they beat Fro- Croatia, bro. Croatia and all teams that beat Croatia in the last two World Cups win World Cup. Oh my God, bro, that's so true too. It was France, then Argentina. But I see Bunny having DPD or maybe even a sociopath. I think Bunny would be a sociopath, like straight up. He would be like a broken person, not as in broken as in Kaiser, like as in you cross me, you die type of person. Like it would be like it would be like a miracle that he did not. Like it would be a miracle that he did not kill anyone just yet. Kind of like Shido, but like to an extreme extent. Or maybe he does it in, like, as I said, in the killer bunny trope, the Akarina homeland. I don't know what she's been up to. Like I didn't speak to Akarina in like years now. Who needs food when you have grills like Lorenzo? What the fuck? I am from the land of the Atlas Lions. Yeah. Kaiser for God complex is so wrong because he's just a person using. No, but like he did have a God complex. He thought that that's the only way people would respect him if he had the God complex. But players like Noah, players like Prince, they were able to see through him. Prince called him straight up pathetic. He called him you act highly against who's weaker than you, but like whenever you're facing someone who's stronger, you immediately go into hiding. Hugo is a sweet role, but Be nice to him. He's high functioning autist. He probably only has Asperger if it is very mild. Nah, I don't know. Like I think he doesn't have anything to do with autism or even Asperger. Come on. Time traveling Nagi. Akarina and Snuffy must be related. Nagi. Bro. You see it, bro? Why are you killing me like this? Come on. Do you hate the fact that Chidu is said to be a demon even though his original depiction could have been a dragon since Rio? Yeah, to be honest, I don't want Shido to be a demon. I never wanted him to be a demon. Especially with Isagi becoming the Demon King, they should have like let the demon thing be for Isagi and make Shido what his name implies, Rio, like a dragon. So Lorenzo is so chill, bro. The only other new Gen that I would think have a nice conversation with, next maybe to Hugo if he doesn't start geeking out over aptitude and shit. I think Hugo would be a nightmare to talk to. Like if you tell him, for example, I'm smart but I work like at I don't know, a tech company. No, you're not fitting to work there. You should be you should live to your potential and like work at a startup, work at a farm maybe. Like I don't know. to run to Real because he admitted that he couldn't shine. Yeah, but like he was portraying to people that he was untouchable. That's the whole thing with Kaiser. Hugo has autistic traits, vocal streaming, zooms and beep fixations, and speech pattern, and him being very touchy. What? Kind of feels like he's not though. Like I hate this modern like psychology bullshit where every little thing that is different about person is classified as a disorder. He doesn't have any autistic tendencies. Like nothing. Just because someone acts a little bit differently doesn't mean he is autistic or like has HDHD or whatever it's called, ADHD. Or like, I hate that shit. I hate that by name for Isagi. Like Demon King. Listen, the Demon King should not have been a thing because Shido is the demon. And if they wanted to give it to Isagi, why give Shido the demon then? Just give him the dragon and like be done with it. The God complex is a trauma response. Hello, not necessarily Mahito. It's not necessarily like in the case of Kaiser, it was. Like there are people who are born, and the way they were like they were brought up, spoiled and shit. They have a God complex. Like it's not really just in a response to trauma. Do Dragon Duravio. I don't know who that is. Teddy Knight with the sword, breathing style dribbling. Like, why is his sword like isn't he a knight? Like I've heard people say like he's a knight and he works for Chris Prince. You know, a knight for a prince. HDHD. Listen, I never knew how to pronounce it, and I hate it because I've seen a lot of people, for example, talk about it. So especially for children, right? If you're an adult and you think you have it and like it's fine, but like the way they diagnose children is by them not being able to focus in the classroom. And to me, that could not be like more wrong because there are kids who are chaotic by their nature. They cannot sit still for hours and listen to the teacher. And so what does the government or like the pharmaceutical companies push in order to like keep the children in school? They push drugs onto them. So they spend like campaigns telling you that drugs are bad. And then if your kid is a little bit different and acts a little bit chaotic in the classroom, he is seen to be like to have a sickness, like a personality disorder, and like he's dragged out until he's calm. That's how you kill the next generation, by drugging them the fuck out. Like this is one of my most infuriating topics. This is why I hated when Mahito spoke about Hugo having autistic tendencies. Just because someone has like some differences in their personalities does not mean that they are autistic or like they have HDHD or whatever it's pronounced. What's that thumbnail? Would you smash or pass on Teddy? I just did it in response to people saying he's ugly. Don't worry. Guys, in the next match for Japan, who should score first? I don't know, but like I just want Baro to score. I'm just fanboying the shit. So yeah, as I was saying, I don't think the idea of just looking at, for example, especially with children, they drug out the next generation as if it's nothing. And at the same time, if you do drugs outside, like it's considered one of the biggest crimes. Make it make sense. Drugs either are bad or are good. I personally think drugs, even like drugs for headaches, they're bad for you. Like for example, like for headache drugs, they make you dependent on them. If you abuse them a lot, your mind gets addicted to them and you start having migraines and headaches because you did not take that medication. So even though they help you relieve the headache, if you use them a lot, they actually become like you become addicted to them. So even a medication that is supposedly safe, it is really dangerous to anyone. And guess what? They give those sicknesses, they give those drugs to kids in school. Because why? Because that little boy does not want to sit for hours listening to the teacher. No, like for the most history, like for the entirety, like the entire history of humans, kids used to play. They used to like move a lot. They used to do all sorts of shit outside. For example, my kid, he climbs everything. He climbs the door, the window. He climbs everything. If it has any inclination, which means if it is not like perpendicular to the ground, he's climbing that shit, right? So kids by their nature are chaotic. So just because they don't want to sit in the classroom, your immediate response is to drug them out. That's wrong to me. And this is one of the worst things that I see a lot, especially in the US. Like your kid cannot follow with the teacher, give him medication. Bro, relax. He's a kid. He's supposed to be chaotic. I swear he's supposed to be chaotic. Like I don't know. I'm against this whole bullshit of this, I would say, modern psychology where everything needs a drug. If you're a little bit different, you're autistic or or like you have this sickness and you need drugs. I hate that shit. And I'm going to quote Andrew Tate here, which I know is a little bit controversial, but he says something about depression, which I disagree with. He said it's not real. Obviously, it is real, but like the way it was portrayed in media right now, literally, if you're just sad, you call that you have depression and they give you medication for it. You gave the sickness power to take over you. Now, obviously, Andrew Tate said that it doesn't exist at all, and that's definitely incorrect. Medically, there is a situation where someone is unable to express happiness, and that's depression. But like it's not, but like the way it's been portrayed, especially in the West, if you're just unhappy, you're diagnosed with depression and you're given drugs. Like, chill the fuck out. And I'm saying this because one of the, like, if I had to say this, one of the biggest evils of our planet right now, like in all of humanity, is the pharmaceutical companies. They don't care about your sickness, they care about the profit they make out of that sickness. So if it is healthy for their narrative to call you sick and give you drugs, to sell those drugs to you, they would do it. And this is why I said, like, modern psychology, like I would say in the past 30 years, it becomes like a swamp. No one is patient. Immediately, if you're diagnosed with anything, they give you drugs. And I am against that. Sorry again to rant about all of this, but like it's really something I'm very passionate about. I hate that, especially if kids are to be the ones to be diagnosed. As someone who actually got diagnosed as a kid, I hate that damage that TikTok has done to people and how stupid these insufferable self-diagnosed people are. Bro, that's actually another point. You go on TikTok, you see these supposedly psychologists, and like they're crazy. They themselves do not even qualify to talk about psychology. They themselves need help, and they are certified psychologists, and they talk all sorts of nonsense. Like, what the fuck? Look, I haven't seen Andrew Tate for years. Like, I'll tell you why. I hate weakness, especially from someone who tries to convey strength. And after he got out of prison, he lost his aura. He strayed from saying what's on his mind and shit like that. So I don't hate him, by the way. I don't think he's a bad person in general or anything, but I no longer care. So, okay, as someone, yeah, by the way, Devourer of Skill, I really feel sorry for you, bro. Like, as a kid, like, they get you diagnosed and, like, they prey on, I wouldn't say the ignorance, but, like, sometimes your parent maybe is not in the medical field, right? Maybe your father is, like, works in tech. And so if a psychologist or a psychiatrist tell him that your kid needs drugs, his immediate response is, like, a doctor knows what he's talking about, right? So I hate this whole bullshit, especially as you said with the wave of TikTok, those TikTok doctors, and like in themselves, they give different advices, which is insanely wrong. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, thank you, Rafa. Bro, listen. Think about it this way: in a capitalistic environment, every company is incentivized by profit, which is fine. If you're a car company, it's fine to be incentivized by profit. However, two areas of human life that should never, ever, ever be incentivized by profit, which are land and health. Health includes food and medication. But because the industry, like most of the world's industry, is capitalistic, the whole drug system is like a cartel. And land, we all know how BlackRock almost owns all of America and that bullshit. So I'm not gonna get into the second point, but like I feel like health to be monopolized like that by certain companies that push for the abuse of drugs that they themselves call you dangerous if you sell them outside is just peak hypocrisy and peak blatant exploitation. And I hate that shit. Again, sorry guys for getting too political here, but like this is a really dangerous subject, and I hope you guys understand if you are diagnosed without an obvious an obvious disorder in your life, please fight it. I know some kids don't have a say in the matter, but please fight it. Andrew Tate went from pimp to wimp. Exactly. This is why, as I said, I don't hate him anymore, and I kind of understand why he got scared because of the prison threats. But like, I no longer care though. I just got back from raking the yard. What did I miss? You missed me ranting about how corrupt the pharmaceutical field is. Teach the kids how to focus and be quiet, not just put classifications on the kid and give them drugs. That's so stupid. Yeah. By the way, I think Blue Lock explores this in a sense. If you look at Blue Lock, let's say you have a classroom. Someone like Bachira is bound to be a troublemaker. He's not like Shido where he is actively hurting people, but like he's annoying in a sense. Like he's a troublemaker. That's why Teddy hit him by the ball, right? You get someone like Isagi. Isagi is nice unless you mess with him. You have someone like Karasu who is completely sadistic. You have someone like Rin who is a destroyer. You have someone like Baru. Like do you understand? Each person has his own personality. To just label anything that is a little bit different than what is supposed to be the norm, to label it as sickness and drugs it the fuck out until it's sedated, that's wrong in my eyes. And as I said, depression is a big one. ADHD is like the big one for like the kids. I'll read your Hugo. Shiru Yusei can be the Jin Master instead. But Hugo vocalized beep beep while dribbling. Doesn't he need? Yeah, exactly, bro. That's exactly how they fucking do it. They just see you do something a little bit different, and then you need drugs. Yeah, drugs. If you go back to real psychology, back in the day when people used to do research and shit, drugs were literally a last resort. If you can't function without the drugs, then fine. But now, as I said, because it is a lot of money, they tend to focus on profiting from you. If you have a little bit of anything that makes you a little bit special, they immediately drugs you the fuck out. They sedate you so you can fit in maybe. Shidori Yusei can be the Jin Master instead. What's like the Jin Master? What are we talking about, man? So anyways, let's actually answer the question. Let's answer the question of the whole video. Hold on. Let me get it on screen. Would you smash or pass on Teddy? Like, is his design this bad? Like, I don't know why people... nah, bro. Bachira is fine the way he is. Who in Blue Lock seem like they would wear a fedora? Come on, I don't want to answer that. But anyways, so what do you think, guys, about Teddy's design? Jin Master, Spirit Master? I don't know, like... Oh, you're asking yourself. Okay. So what do you think, guys, about Teddy's design? For once, I like it. I like the simplistic look. Not everyone needs to look as complex as Lorenzo to be good. I understand Hugo, for example, had the lashes, the complex hair. But this character, like, especially from afar, he literally looks like an NPC. But I like his design. Like, he doesn't need to be that interesting to be a good character design. Especially because he says that he is a worthless puppet. I think this design, simplistic design, is better. And by the way, here he looks like Kunigami, don't you think? Especially, ooh, shit. That's actually interesting. If you remember, Kunigami also, what's it called? Ego told Kunigami to drop his ego. So it happened, I think, here. So I think here. So this idiot is talking to Pio. Then he tells him, become selfless. Could it be something like this? And Fox is actually the guy who did to Teddy what Ego did to Kunigami? Because in a sense, Ego manipulated Kunigami through the wild card. He made him go through hell, so he only believes in Ego. And then when he told him become selfless, Kunigami had nothing but to say yes. Ace, be careful, we don't want to lose your ghost because, YouTube starts pissing their pants when they hear these subjects. Yeah, that's true, actually. Like, I think it had to be said. Like, I'm not claiming... I think the YouTube would flag me if I claimed that this medication is good or anything. I did not say anything. I said that we shouldn't be too hasty with drugs. Adderall is used to treat attention deficit hyper disorder. Yeah, ADHD, whatever it's pronounced. By increasing levels. Yeah, but that's necessary. But how do I say it? Bachira does not suffer from that. Bachira is fine the way he is. I like Bachira the way he is. He's very like you cannot sit here and tell me Bachira is not creative. The fact that he is this creative and he is able to express himself in football the way he is signals to me that he is a perfectly functioning human. Like why does he need Adderall? Like I don't understand. Maybe even Hugo's sister. What the fuck? So Shigo though, his no Shigo though. Yeah, Shigo is the goat in terms of designs. Teddy Knight seems to be like an original character instead of a character that Nomura actually drew. You get it right? Maybe like because Nomura sucks as drawing. Oh no, you're talking about Nomura? I don't know. You think this is like Nomura's art style? I don't know. Like I don't know. If you notice, if you remember, Baro was skinny at the beginning because Kanshiro wanted him to be skinny. But I think Nomura talked him into making him more muscular, which would work for his personality better. It ended up being true, by the way. Jin Master Ko's Isagi already took Demon King. Oh, okay. So Jin. Okay. Yeah. When you wrote it with the D, I understand it. I like his design. I think he will have a good aura that will make him interesting. Yeah, I don't think he needs to be as like with a tattoo like Lorenzo or like Kaiser or some shit like that. I think he's fine. Yeah. Teddy looks like okay. So we read that. Made him go through hell in a striker program only to then play him as a defender. Yeah, he manipulated him, made him go through hell so he follows whatever ego says. Most of us are adults, so it's fine. Yeah. Bachira's mom clearly did not teach him to sit still for 8 hours a day. He won't even. I think if she tried to teach Bachira to sit still for 8 hours a day, she would have fought her kid and lost him maybe. And by lost him, I mean, he begins to hate his mother. I think Bachira's mom treated him very well. Like he told him, you don't need the approval of the other kids to express yourself. And there will be a time where the way you express yourself would be very useful. And she ended up being true. I mean, to say that Nomura didn't actually drew, I mean, to say that an original character who was drawn by a major fan of Blue Lock. Oh, okay. So yeah. So okay, I get it. So a fan of Blue Lock submitted this design and it was like translated. I like it. Yeah. To be honest, I like. As I said, he reminds me of Loki. Loki's design is very simplistic, and it's good that it is simplistic. So if we go to 326, I'll tell you why it's very good to be simplistic. Isagi himself has a very simplistic design. Him and Bachira. Sure, Bachira is a little bit complex, but like. It doesn't need to be like insanely complex for like Kuso for it to be a good design. I like it. Hold on. So you look at Kaiser. Kaiser is a very complex character. His hair is very unique. It's two-toned. He has the tattoo, right? Like he has the tattoo under his eyes, the rose tattoo. So all that is very complex. Sai, his hair is a little bit complex. He has the eyelashes, so he's interesting too. Bunny is complex with all the scars and bullshit, but like Loki is literally a dark shaded person with a fade. It can't get like he's even simpler than Teddy, but it works. We don't need Kaiser to be everywhere. We need some simplistic characters like Loki, especially in contrast with someone like Hugo who has this very amazing hair and the lashes and the very dark, like the very empty void eyes. I think a simplistic design would work, absolutely, especially because it fits with his personality of being a puppet. Like that's what I'm saying. It fits with his personality of being a puppet. Because he's empty, his eyes are big and empty. It works in my eyes. I don't know why people hated on it. I think his hair has two colors because of the shading, the same way Kaiser has. Yeah, it could be true. I don't know why the fuck people hated him. I loved his design. Original Baro was basically Rin and Nagi. So even personality was, yeah, so Baro at first was Rin and Nagi, and then the writer split him into 3 characters. He gave us Nagi and Rin, and he gave us Baro as his own character, which I am thankful for, because I would not have liked him if he was Rin and Nagi. My problem with Teddy Knight is that he looks like a mix of already existing characters, rather than actual new design or being based on a real person like Loki. Like, I understand the Kunigami point, but who's the second character? Why is that the one with the simplistic are some of the cool designs? Yeah, as I said, I like Loki's design, and he is very simplistic. Luna, for example, has a very good design, and he is simplistic too. Hugo got no chill. I feel if Bajra's mom met Hugo and tried to defend her son's persona, Hugo would tell her that's your husband. that's why that's why your husband left you, bro. Come on, bro. Ren and Isagi is yeah. Ren. I think Ren was literally Isagi, but he just gave him the bottom lashes. Yeah, nobody said it, so I will. He looks like an edgier Kuroko. Oh shit, I am your shadow. That's actually true. He kind of looks like Kuroko, yeah. Especially if the writer gives him a cyan hair. So Kuroko. So he does have this guy, especially with the big eyes. And like I would love it for I would love he also seems like as if Kuroko mixed with Kunigami. So is Kunigami plus Nico plus Hiyori. Where is Hiyori in this? And where is Nico? Oh, Nico for the hair that is falling? I don't think it's the same as Nico. His hair is like spikes. And Nico's hair is like covering his face. Look at this shit. I think Kunigami, I definitely see him. But like, why Hiyori? Hugo marriage wasn't a part of Hugo marriage wasn't part of your suitability. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with what? Could Teddy be considered as the best U20 all-round player? Could Kanshiro reveal this to be why Teddy is the new Gen 11 level? I don't know. I wouldn't call him the best all-rounder. Who would you call the best all-rounder? I think the best all-rounder would be maybe Ren in the U20 category. Maybe Ren from what we've seen. And I don't. Who would be on Ren's level to be an all-around player? No, there aren't there aren't many people. Nico's hair cut is a bowl cut. Yeah, I think Nico's hair is different. I find Hugo and Bunny better looking than Kaiser or Sai. The lashes and inverted cross scar make them look pretty and mysterious. To me, I think Hugo is the best looking new gen. I think Kaiser is a little bit too much for my liking. Kaiser feels like as if sometimes I feel like Kanshiro hit the randomizer and just called it a day. Like when you character design for like an RPG game, you hit the randomizer. So like he gave him a two-toned hair, a tattoo here, a tattoo under his eye. He gave him very like sharp eyes. Like he literally was a mix of everything. Nico for hair going wide over but like his hair is not over his eyes, bro. Like, look, it's not over his eyes. Nico's hair, like, look at Aiko, for example. His hair is more tame than Aiko's over the eyes, right? I think this is just like, this is different from Nico because his eyes show. Nico's eyes don't show. Okay, Karasu or Rio could be all-round. Oh yeah, Rio too. Rio and Karasu too are all-rounders. Yeah, Hugo too. I would say Hugo too is an all-rounder. An all-rounder. He has 100 in everything. He's broken. Yeah, come on. Ren as a son of Mikasa and Eren. And the best. That's so true. Ren actually looks like a son of Mikasa and Ren. Although I doubt John would agree to that. Hugo. Madam, your art is as suitable as the mud stains the kid left on my book. Ren was actually designed to be if Eren and Mikasa had a child, and also Nomura was the artist for Attack on Titan. So you can disagree at all because this is actually true. I'm not disagreeing. I found it interesting that he was a mixture. Wait. Attack on Titan art. Was it Nomura? No, it's Hajime Isayama himself who he was the artist and creator. He wrote it and drew it. So, or did he help him? Did he help him in any way? Hugo and Sai would be the best looking so far. Yeah, Sai also looks very great. Sai is like, it's when you mix simplistic with interesting design. This is why I like Hugo too. Like with the lashes, like Hugo's lashes are so good. It bothers me how did Teddy enter Blue Lock sector. Though we have seen the Blue Lock security system, how did he get on? Like, he can get on, bro. Like, you think you can't get from one team to another? You could go to share a beer, maybe. Even though they shouldn't. So, hold on. So, did Nomura work on Attack on Titan. Yes, Yusuke Nomura, best known for illustrating Blue Lock, worked as an assistant to Hajime Isayama. Oh, interesting. That makes that theory actually more plausible. Interesting. I know it doesn't actually cover his eyes, but it's so yeah. But as I said, you could look at, for example, someone like Aiku, and you could see it. It is going as long as Teddy, right? Look, his eyes are almost covered too. Like it's the same as Teddy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like it's not a Nico thing. So eye color. Okay, so hold on. I wouldn't be surprised if we get multiple eye colored shots for him later on to this to hide changes in his eyes at time. Maybe we don't know. Can we get a penalty for once? A penalty does not serve a purpose in the realm of Blue Lock. That's why you didn't get it. Everything is about scoring goals that are either dominant or reproducible, and a penalty does not fit in any of that. Can we get a okay? So Kaiser, okay. I know the number was. Yeah, we just googled it. It is true. Teddy slipped in, but Nagi couldn't get in. Yeah, no, Nagi was not a player. Teddy is a player. It's not as if he slipped in from one place to another. Teddy is a player. It's fine. Yeah, Teddy already above that 5 faint merchant. Butterfly lashes are the best, honestly. Yeah, I mean, like, and by the way, the writer did us dirty. When we first saw Hugo, he seemed interesting, but like, you could see a little bit of the eyelashes, but they were not shown. But then, as soon as we saw him play, what is it? So, as soon as we saw him play in 330, hold on. So, they don't show here, right? Yeah, so they're still covered in like the minifigures. Then they're still covered. You don't see them, right? Which is fine. By the way, he was next to Aiku, even though Loki is the captain. Which I don't know why Aiku is not next to Loki. Like we needed this conversation from Isagi and Loki, which is bullshit. Anyways, so up until this point, we don't know it. Then all of a sudden, wait a second, what the fuck are those, bro? These made my wife look very jealous. Bro, listen, I showed her this and I'm told her he makes them effortlessly. And she says, yeah, I know. Like, I was like, look at this, look. And then when he gets to pass, look at his eyes. What is it? It's this one. Look at this shit. He looks like an eagle here, like an eagle wing. And I love it. Teddy slips by. Okay, with good simplistic design is the manga version of Adam Blake, the Gold Junkie. Yeah, Adam Blake also had a simplistic design. Tell us more about Noah Glazin Baro as having the perfect skin mindset to surpass him. I spoke a lot about that, man. Like, I'm not going to bore you again with something I spoke about like 3 to 4 times. Teddy can't be associated with Prince since Agi was already associated with Prince like a student. And also, we don't even know the club Teddy plays for, or it will be Manshine City. Just because he doesn't play for Manshine does not mean he's not associated with Prince. He could know him on a personal level. And also, Prince could have been with another team that was, yeah, but like, or Prince could have like did a program that Teddy was like part of. Like, it doesn't need to like be a direct association like Agi and Prince. I don't really like thinking about Teddy that much, since as long as Fox isn't something like an imaginary friend like Butcherous Monster, then he is just 50% of a duo character. Listen, I think Fox being a split personality character rather than a real person would be just the best plot twist for Teddy and would make him immediately interesting. Alright, what do you guys think? I think Teddy should have been a person of color, but he shouldn't have been a person of color to add more diversity, since all the new Gen 11 aren't colored. Nah, but like, who cares? Like, I don't care if he is black or white, like, or Japanese or like, I don't care. Like, I'm talking about design-wise, whether he is person of color or not. Like, I like his simplistic design. He's not Buratsuta. Like, he's not ugly. But honestly, I prefer the version of Kaiser with the long Super Saiyan 3 haircut, with platinum blonde hair and bright blue eyes, stretching his hand out to Ness. Yeah, I like that Kaiser too. But I wouldn't like the Kaiser that helps Ness. That was a different breed, Kaiser. Hold on. So what was it, like 241 maybe? They're playing yada yada. I think I think it's a chapter after this one. Yeah, this Kaiser. Yeah, but like I think it's the chapter after this one. Hold on. By the way, it's funny that we got Ness's backstory before Kaiser's. Okay, so he failed. Oh, come on. Why the fuck won't you load? So this one, this Super Saiyan look. Super Saiyan 3. I like it too. To me, Hugo is more of a secretary bird. Yeah, secretary bird. That's actually true. He is more like a secretary bird. And if you don't know, guys, what a secretary bird is, it's like it's like the most majestic like bird of prey. And don't let its looks fool you. It's as deadly as a fucking hawk. And guess what it hunts? It hunts fucking snakes by stomping them to the head till they die. And look at the lashes. Look at the lashes. Like she would win a beauty contest against humans, man. Right? Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I like her. By the way, she's a bird of prey, by the way. She's one of the most ruthless birds. Look, she stomps snakes to death. And her long limbs allow her to evade them when they to evade the snakes when they attack. It is one of the deadliest birds of prey. And the lashes, man. Look at this shit. She looks like she made her lashes, and they're not natural. Well, the Brazilian New Gen 11 will most likely black anyways, right? Yeah, he should be like, I wouldn't say black, but like somber, if you would get me, like kind of like a Brazilian, maybe like Ronaldinho or something like that. Teddy Knight could play for Liverpool or even Real, like a Van Dijk or a Marcelo type player on the team. I wouldn't want him to be on Real, to be honest. Liverpool would be fine, but like Real already is stacked, so nah. Hugo confused Isagi for a snake, that's why he stomped him. Okay. Yeah, that's actually a good in-lore explanation. Teddy Knight could play. Okay, so we said maybe the reason we got Ness backstory to show us why he is obsessed with Kaiser. Yeah, it was that, but like I'm saying, like we got it before Kaiser. Not that. I don't think the order mattered. Like we could have got Ness's like backstory at the end of the PXG game before he awakened. But I think the writer did not want to waste 2 chapters on a backstory, so he doesn't do, the Naruto bullshit. If you remember Naruto, before a great fight starts or in the middle of the fight, like they give you 17 episodes of backstories, like complete filler bullshit. Is Dara Silva better at defense than Lorenzo? I can't see anyone pushing him. Yeah, but like you could dribble past him. Like it's, if you remember, Kunigami was strong, but like Bachira could dribble past him easily, right? So I don't think being super tanky or muscular would mean you are better at defense. Necessarily mean, at least, right? Hold on. So hold on, guys. Give me a second. So for how long have doesn't show? Oh yeah, it shows. So do we end the stream here? What do you guys think? Like I'm a little bit tired and I want to go to bed, but like, what do you guys think? Do you have anything interesting you want me to talk about, or we end it here and we keep everything for the next stream? Okay, should one of the remaining 4 New Gen 11 be a punctual character? No, Hugo isn't a punctual New Gen because it's confirmed on Google that he isn't punctual. Hugo is intellectual, not punctual. What does punctual mean? Like, I want to know what punctual means. Like, a punctual person is someone who consistently arrives at the arranged or proper. Oh, yeah, we have Baro. Like Baro is punctual. Baro is like everything needs to be on time, like everything needs to follow the rules, everything like great. I really hope Brazil's New Gen 11 will be based on someone playing camera rather than a classic winner like Pele wannabe or like Bobby Carlton type, as reference to Endrick, who was probably the close off. I think, listen, I think the new Gen 11 from Brazil needs to be Ronaldinho. And that's it. Because he's going to be either a winner or a cam. Although we have one winner, which is Loki, so we need another. And it could be him, I don't know. But like, I want him to be like Ronaldinho. I want him to be a dribbler, an insane dribbler who is very creative. Kind of like Levy, but like with his own imagination. Not like Levy. And I want him to be like if you remember Ronaldinho was like beautiful in his playing style. I want him to embody beauty. Ronaldinho, the way he was literal like beauty on the field. That's what I want, especially for Brazil. Brazil is just like them when it comes to football. Bro skipped me instead of reading about arriving on time. Wait, I love the backstory episode. I prefer lore over fights. The Madara and Hashirama flashback episode. Yeah, but like the Madara and Hashirama flashbacks and all of that is good when it's done, but like not in the middle of the fight. You give us a flashback from fucking what's it called, Obito, and it is something we've already seen. Like it's a different like that was bullshit, bro. Like we're in the middle of the final fight. Give us the final fight. How can we have Ronaldinho when Bachira is literally already Ronaldinho? Bachira is not Ronaldinho. Like Bachira, if anything, like I would say he's more close to like Zico, like he says it himself. I wouldn't say like, but maybe like because the writer likes Pili so much, we could get a new Gen 11 who is a Pili wannabe. Yeah, give us a new Gen 11 goalkeeper. Now the question is that what country? I think Italy would fit as the new Gen goalkeeper. Like they have Lorenzo and they have a goalkeeper. But I don't know. Like the fact that Italy is facing France means that we are not going to get to see Italy unless the writer gives us things from Hugo and Loki's perspective, right? Against Italy with Lorenzo and a goalkeeper. But honestly, I doubt it. Like the writer loves to give us everything from Isagi's perspective, so I doubt it would be the case. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm completely beat. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. I guess see you next time. Teddy and Pablo are way above Bachura. Bachura compared to them has the dribbling skills of a grandma. Yeah, I mean that's the point. He is new gen. Do you think Fox could be an under average all router that uses Teddy to do things he's incapable of doing? That could be the case, by the way. That could be a good theory. Another theory is that Fox is a failed new gen. He could not hack it as a new gen because of Hugo's intellect. He was second to Hugo as a defensive midfielder. So he would still be better than, for example, Teddy, even though Teddy is a new Gen 11. I don't know if that makes any sense. Because the new Gen 11s are the best in each category, in each like position. And for the defensive midfielder, obviously no one is beating Hugo. So that could be a very cool theory too. But to me, personally, I want Fox to be a split personality from Teddy. Also, the Brazilian new Gen 11 should be based on Roberto Carlos. A player who was a mix of physical beast and a flair player who can easily break. I know Roberto Carlos, an attack who rushes them on the ball and take free kicks. If you played Pro Evolution Soccer's, I know what's it called? It's a game that rivals FIFA. If you played the 2006 version, you'd know how scary Roberto Carlos was with Inter Milan. Yeah, maybe since Terry thinks of him as a puppet, it's Fox that is pulling the strings. We know Fox is the one pulling the strings, but like, is it like another player? Is it a failed new gen, another new gen? Or is it a split personality that is pulling the strings for this one? Did you read? Yeah, I read my, oh, hold on, should Teddy? Yeah, I read your last, bro, relax, I tried to read all the comments. Should Teddy be the new Gen 11 has stamina cooldown? Like, he has limited amount of stamina before possibly passing out? Or should that be, nah. I don't think anyone should have the stamina problem because it would immediately put them outside of like the reach of Blue Lock. People are running for the entirety of the game, no problem. False 9 is Kaiser, while it's CF, and the target man is Bunny with Cam, Sai, center defensive midfielder, Hugo, winner Loki, win back Knight, center back Lorenzo. Yeah, but we need PS. No, not eFootball, it's PS. It's Pro Evolution Soccer, something like this. What if Fox is a goalkeeper, giving him the best place to control Teddy? That actually would be something from Captain Tsubasa. Hold on, so Captain Tsubasa. On Captain Tsubasa, insane goalkeeper. Insane goalkeeper. I don't know if the it didn't show him, but there was, like in the anime, there was a black goalkeeper that was controlling the team from the sideline. Hold on, so black. Should I do black goalkeeper? Bold. He was bold too. Hold on, bold. Bro, why isn't he showing? I remember him. Bro, what the fuck is this? I remember him very well. There was a goalkeeper. There was controlling the whole team from like the back row, and he was insane. I don't know. I couldn't find him, but like that would be interesting too if the new Gen 11 goalkeeper is on England. Okay, what if? Oh, okay, if I post the community. Okay, if I post in the community post a link, can you see it? I can't post here. I'm not a mod, so link to what? To be honest, if England wouldn't have had a win back, I'd have given Brazil a high chance either give us a Roberto Carlos or a Cafu type to subvert our expectation for Brazil's new Gen 11. We could still have another win back, bro. Goalkeeper can't be Fox because Rook from Manchester City is the goalkeeper for England. How do you know that? How do you know that? Is it information that we got that we know Rook is the goalkeeper of England? Teddy should have been the final midfielder as he would complete the midfielder Teddy and can focus on the defender formation. That'll be in 4-3-3 formation where other countries got better. I don't know. I'm not going to question Kanshiro in this stuff. Like I think he knows he knows where his story is going. As I said, for his design, I like the simplistic look. He doesn't need to be like Kaiser for me to like him. But back to back win back is not likely. I mean, it could be like who's left, by the way. We go. If we go, for example, the most common formation, which is like 4-4-2. Okay, something like this. So we have but this cannot work immediately. We need something. No, this would not work too. So I'm trying to look for something that would work. We need 2 strikers and 2 wings, or maybe this actually would work with. Oh, but that would mean So, for example, something like this. Just saying, by the way. So we've got this should be either Bunny or Kaiser. Then this is Bunny or Kaiser, then Loki. Now the issue is both Bunny and Kaiser are stated to be strikers and not winners. So wingers. So with only Loki stated, then we have Sai and another Cam, and we have Hugo here. Then we have Lorenzo here, and we have Teddy either here and here. So we are left with another center back and another wing back. We are left with another Cam. That would actually be good, because if we have a formation like this, imagine these 2 players are winners here, are like up here. Oh, you know what? Hold on, Blue Lock, U20 game formation. Hold on, if I don't find it, I will. Okay, I'll get the chapter in a second, guys. Give me a second. I'll get another chapter, the picture from the what's it called? From the chapter. Hold on, give me a second. So whenever Ego gives them the formation, so good. Yeah, this one. So if we look at this is kind of like it, right? So we have but it's the same as this one. Wait, it's the same as this one. What is it? It's the same as this one. Yeah, it's the same as the Barcelona one, not this one. But like with Isagi and Nagi being just up, so it wouldn't work. I want one with 2 strikers and 2 winners. Hold on. Yeah, it seems to be rare. So I think this could be the most plausible case. We have Bunny here, Kaiser here, and Loki here, with Bunny and Kaiser interchangeable. Then we have the 2 Cams who would be a little bit ahead. It would be Sai and another new Gen 11. So we are missing one. Then this is Hugo. We have Lorenzo and Teddy here. Then we are missing another wing back and another center back. And finally, we are missing the goalkeeper. So these are the 4 players. It's a Cam, wing back, center back, and a goalkeeper. This is what I think. Did you mean Sheikh as one? Who? What? Bro, what are you talking about? Center back, cam, goalkeeper, LB, winner, striker. Those are 5 devourer of skill, and we only have four new Gen 11s left. Striker is Kaiser. Yeah, sure, but like Bunny also was stated to be a striker. So if you put Kaiser or Bunny here, I don't care. But like the other has to be a wing. No. And then for Brazil, we should get a cam who is able to be a, like kind of like Messi. He doesn't need to be a striker to be insane. But Messi also can play. Although Messi is a little bit of a special case because wherever you put him, he will dribble and score. So I don't know. So Bunny would be a center forward to hold position like Nagy using his jump-in abilities, with Kaiser as second striker or false nine to shoot. Google it is what you asked, Sheikh. Bro, I'm not. Listen, bro. Let's keep it on track. Hold on. It was the chapter of Isagi questioning himself in the restroom before the France game that the chapter Rook was shown to be the goalkeeper. Really? Oh shit, really? I didn't. Oh shit. We actually got to see the goalkeeper. I remember, yeah, because we had the Loki shooting. So when was it? No, not this one. Hold on. I think 227. 227, right? No? Oh, it's this bullshit. Okay, so then we get... So we get Loki, he shoots. Yeah, it is. It seems to be Rook. Yeah, that's true. And also, it seems to be Rook. So that's true. Okay, so the new Gen 11 being a goalkeeper for England does not work. Yeah. Messi is who Butcher think he is. Nah, Messi is more interesting than Bunny. Bunny would be a center for... Okay, so we said that. How do you think Hugo managed to control Charles? Yeah, that's one of those plot holes, to be honest. I think he should have had a headache with Charles specifically. But we will see. Maybe he did something to him back in the day that made him follow in his rules. It would most be likely Bastard Munich formation with Kaiser and Isagi. Bastard Munich formation. Hold on. Let me go grab that in a second and we see. So, which formation, by the way? Is it the one before the Ubers game or like what are we doing here? So, hold on. So, do we have it here or here? We actually don't. So, is it 2-9? Yeah, so he gives the formation here. Hold on. So, we have this. Yeah, oh shit. Something. This is what I was looking for. So, we have center back and we have the wing back. Then we have these two vacant. And we have the goalkeeper, so we already have 3. Then this is Hugo, and this is what's it called? This is Sai. Then Kaiser, and this should be Bunny. Then we have Loki here, and then another winner, like another wing. Yeah, that would work too. This would be more plausible, seeing that Kanshiro likes it. Since Bunny is just stated to be just forward. We have no clue if he is actually a 9, false 9, inverted wing. That's actually true. So even with one striker, it would work, which would be Kaiser. I don't know. To be honest, listen. I think this would be more plausible. The whole Bastard Munich formation would be more plausible because it's Kanshiro. So maybe this is new Gen 11, which means we have these 3 missing, which is wing back, center back, and goalkeeper, and then a winner here, like a wing, right? We saw that Hugo is nice to kids, so he probably has no issue with Charles. Yeah, but like Charles has issue with fucking Hugo telling him what to do. Y'all need to talk about the guy who Teddy mentioned from it. We've spoken like for almost 2 hours about him. Since Bunny is okay, so we said that. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I literally am beat. Like I need to go to sleep. Is the only black keeper I can think. Oh, hold on. I'll see it. Sheikh, how's written? As one. No, not this one. Not this one. It's it is what it is. But like there was a goalkeeper that was controlling the whole team. To be a forward, yeah. Anyways, guys, take care of yourselves, and see you next time. Maybe the day after tomorrow we'll do it. Right? That would be fitting. Yeah. Peace out, guys.